This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by ABC Dump Roll-Off Dumpster Rental. ABC Dump is a locally owned and operated company. With 11, 15, 20, and 30 cubic yard dumpsters, they have the size for every occasion. Whether you're remodeling the house, cleaning out the garage, or doing commercial construction, they have the right size for your project. With upfront pricing and easy online ordering, ABC Dump makes ordering a dumpster as simple as possible. Give them a call or text at 682-803-8031 or order online at abcdump.net. That's abcdump.net. Man, a hell of a time again.
Yes.
Take two on this one.
Take two.
We had a hell of a week this week. Still don't have my truck.
Yes.
But I do have an update for you. They called saying, "Oh, you don't have an extended warranty." This is the Eastland what is it called? Eastland Dealership. Gosh, damn. We kind of retarded on that one. The Eastland dealership. You don't have it. We can't find your extended warranty. And I go, well, that's weird because the one in Mineral Wells, it doesn't have any issue finding it. So after calling, 700 times and leaving voicemails for the one here in Mineral Wells, no one answers. So I just go up there, and the guy in the service department is sitting at his desk. So there's two people typically there. There's a guy and a girl, and the guy was sitting there and eating what looked like a Lunchable.
Feet propped up.
Yeah, no, he's just sitting there. And I was like, hey, tried calling, no one answered. Left messages, no one called back. Oh, you did? Sure. I guess not. I don't know. I'm like, hey, so Eastland can't find my extended warranty. So now this guy's looking back through everything that's been done to my truck, which is a short list.
Yeah.
Very short list. And he's like, oh, yeah, no. He goes, well, all the work we've done has just been covered under powertrain. I go, no, you've done some work that required the extended warranty. Because the other girl that used to work there, she's the one that called me on it and said, hey, extended warranty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, here you go. Okay. And so I know it was covered. Anyway, so he's like, I don't know. And I go, well, do they keep that stuff? Like, because I bought it there.
Yeah.
Do they keep this stuff in like the finance department?
They should be able to know that.
He's like, yeah. I said, okay. So I get my truck and I start taking off and I call. Mistake number one, I call again knowing nobody answers a fucking voicemail. I call saying, hey, I need to speak to somebody in financing. Straight to voicemail. I'm just right there, so I turn back around, pull in. And now I'm like, hey, need to speak to somebody in financing. Well, what do you need? I need to speak to somebody in financing is what I need. So he goes into the guy's office. I can see him. There's a window, so I can see him like, hey, so what are you looking for?
God damn.
I said, I bought my fucking vehicle here. I need to speak to the guy that financed that I spoke to in finance to talk about what I fucking purchased. Yeah. He's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let me. So he goes in there and the guy's like, yeah, come in. So I go and sit down. He's like, yeah, it's a different guy. I don't know who this guy was. I'm Tommy Thompson, whatever his name is. And I'm like, hey. He's like, so you bought your vehicle here? You just need to. I said, well, my truck's being fixed out in Eastland. He's like, well, why is it? No, don't fucking just.
It fucking broke down there, Dick.
Don't worry about it. It's in Eastland. I need to know extended warranty. So he's looking it up. He's like, yeah, you bought one. I'm like, okay, I know I did. They can't find it. Can you help me out? So he gives me the brochure. So I go, perfect. That's what I need. Thank you. I'm fucking over all this bullshit. This it's
Switch. Switch.
It's such a fucking.
So if they, besides saying they couldn't find your extended warranty,
right?
Anything else?
Well, so I call him out in Eastland now. This guy's cool guy, and so I'm like, hey, here it is. Here's the phone number. Because I thought it was through GMC, but it's not. It's a third party.
Whatever.
And anyway, so I call them now. I call the warranty place too, just to make sure, hey.
Everything's on the up and up.
Immediately takes me to a voicemail.
Of course.
leave your name, like say your name. Is this the callback number? We'll call you back. Is exactly what it said.
And what's your blood type?
Yeah. So I do that, and never hear back. The guy in Eastland, I'm telling you, that guy's real cool. But of course, I don't. Maybe he's not. I don't know. He's been for me, been very helpful. He calls me back later that evening, about 6 o'clock. So I'm sure they were closed by then. He's like, dude, I've been on the phone with these people for 2 hours. They were asking me all kinds of dumb questions about like what I thought it was. And he goes, I'm just the service manager. Like, I'm just here work. Like the technicians are ask them those questions. I don't know. So they were basically asking him what his opinion on what happened and why it happened. Blah blah blah.
They're trying to get out of fucking. Pain.
So that's what he goes.
The
he goes. They're just trying to get out of pain.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and the dumb thing is, it's a $400 repair that they don't want to pay, and so
over a truck that's been nothing but fucking. I mean, so they should have history on this.
Because this fucking truck is all electronic. Yeah. You know, it's not a. I mean, it's diesel, but everything's fucking electronic. So over the battery is like this big fuse box cover thing that is connected to the battery, and there's 2 components in there that are just fried. And so they don't just replace the small components; they replace the whole thing. So it's a $400 to replace that. He goes, got it taken care of. He goes, as long as that is the only issue. He goes, if not, I'll call them back and say, hey, there's other things. But he goes, right now, that is the only thing we've found that is wrong with it. And he said, right now, he goes, 2 hours on the phone with him. They've approved it, so we're good to. You know, once the part comes in, we'll replace it, and then we'll keep looking.
Yeah, make sure there's nothing else to get. Because when something gets fried like that, you're thinking
maybe something else.
How deep did it?
Right.
Did it just take that out?
Was there something before that which caused this? Yeah. So that's it.
I just wonder if so. What? I know they didn't tell you. Did something fry like a capacitor or a fuse or something that's supposed to protect it from fucking up something else?
Probably is what I'm assuming.
Or was that the?
Well, right. Well, here's the other thing. So I just bought a new battery and put that on, and maybe that's what caused it. I don't know.
Yeah, but there was some. It was acting. It shouldn't have been.
Right. Well, it said my battery was dead. Right.
Yeah, it makes me think that.
Well, so
there was something ahead of time.
So the first thing he called, and he was like, "Hey, did you get a warranty on this battery?" I go, "Well, yeah. I mean, when you buy it, I mean,
you're gonna get a certain.
Certain whatever. It's not. It's not going to be warranted for 7 years, but whatever comes with it, it's good. Type of thing." He goes, well, this battery is just showing to be a bad battery. I go, well, it's a brand new fucking battery. He goes, when'd you buy it? I go, the day it was towed to yours, I put it in there. He's like, yeah, it's bad. He goes, maybe the alternator's draining it. I go, I never got to start it. The truck never started once the new battery was in. So the alternator couldn't have drained the battery because the battery was never in there while the truck was running.
Shit.
He goes, oh shit, okay. He goes, okay. He goes, well, we'll keep looking into it.
Something weirdly.
But I still have my receipt for that battery.
Something really weird.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The odds of you thinking you had a bad battery and then you put a brand new one in and now he's something fucking weird. But maybe that fucking part throws off fucking shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember when I swore I saw smoke come out of my fucking truck?
No, you didn't. I was in your truck when it
happened.
There
was smoke. I saw smoke come out of the dash.
I saw the smoke too.
And all that was wrong when they fixed it, it was a battery and the alternator.
Yeah.
That was it. They checked everything else.
Yeah, no, because I was like, turn the fucking thing off.
Where did the fucking smoke come from then?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we probably stressed a capacitor or something on a board, but didn't take it out, right?
It wasn't a lot of smoke,
no,
but it was enough to be like,
like,
your truck's on fire.
I was like, okay, I'm not, because I was trying to, I remember it kept locking, and that all was like a battery and alternator, so there ain't no fucking telling.
Yeah.
These things get like electrical and all kinds of shit goes haywire.
Not mine yet, but
it's time to,
we'll find out.
It's time to run away.
Mm-hmm.
Once this bitch is fixed, you might want to
get out of it.
Just go to a whole different, like either a fucking Ford or Dodge or something.
Ram.
God,
Ram.
I'm gonna give me a Cybertruck.
No.
God, those are cheap. Right, I told you when I was coming back from Poteet that time, I saw like 6.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why are there so many of these?
They're
They're $100,000, right? At least.
That's it?
I think that's the cheapest version. I mean, I know you probably spent that much on.
Well, no, I haven't. It's all been covered, man. So
yeah, I don't know, man.
it's a nice kick in the nuts,
It's
though. And it's just a waiting game of, like, okay, I'll get it back. When's the next time? Like
I'm saying.
It's just, I don't know.
This is your second one in a row of the same kind of fucking truck, the exact, but just a newer version.
I never had this issue with my Fords. It didn't happen until I switched to GMC.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
And once I did that.
So it's time to get this bitch fixed and get the fuck rid of it.
Or do I just hold on to it and just see what happens?
I mean, if you like I mean, you did have a cool adventure. You got to meet the old dude and talk to him, and
right.
That was kind of.
I want to take him like a thank you gift. I don't. What does a 91-year-old man need, though?
Just you visiting.
Yeah,
that's all. Going to drive.
Yeah,
that's what he wanted.
Hey, you hop in with me. Let me take you. And he's gonna go, no, thank you.
Yeah, getting on that piece of shit.
And then they don't even start.
If you just showed up to visit, that'd be enough.
Yeah.
Take Tristan with you.
Good times though.
Yeah, fun. It sounds real exciting.
Oh, it's so exciting. I don't know how this is. I don't know why I said I don't know how this or people figure shit out like this, right? I heard, like, okay, so when people invent medicine or treatments or whatever, a lot of it's just chemical compounds they put together, and now here's your aspirin or here's your whatever. This helps for this, whatever.
It's your morphine.
Yeah. But the weird ones is when they're like, hey, we've discovered that the venom in a bee sting helps cure arthritis pain. How did they fucking find that out? Which is a real thing, by the way.
Yeah.
The venom the bee sting venom helps not cure arthritis, but it
relieves symptoms.
Relieves the symptoms of arthritis. And I've got kind of the reasoning here.
So if you got arthritis, go fucking make some bees mad.
So it says that bee venom contains compounds like melatonin, which have anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. So anti-inflammatory, and then it says that research on animals such as rats and rabbits have demonstrated that bee venom can help reduce symptoms, rheumatoid arthritis, and even slow its progression. Human studies, there's limited trials, but it's also worked in humans, relieving the pain, swelling, stiffness of arthritis. Why would any scientist be like, let's try some bee stings on something and see what that does?
Maybe there was a story about a old timer had really bad arthritis.
Stung by a bee.
He got stung by like 3 or 4, and he was like, man,
you know what? My hands feel so much better,
my arthritis is better. My head's swollen.
I'm actually allergic to bee stings.
Who the hell knows? I mean,
okay.
I don't. You're asking. I mean, the same thing. Like,
here's another one.
Snake venom and all that shit. Milking a fucking
here's another
snake.
one. Blue scorpion venom.
Blue scorpion.
So not just scorpion venom.
What the hell's a blue scorpion?
Just one scorpion. The blue.
The blue one, yeah, right?
I've never heard of a blue scorpion.
But here's this. Listen to this. It says, particularly from the Cuban species, and then the scientific name.
You don't want to try to say
who
that,
is farting in here?
That's not me.
That's Tristan. Then.
Yeah,
Look at
I
him.
guarantee you it's Tristan.
Oh, that's bad. Has shown promising potential in cancer treatment.
Isn't that crazy shit, boy?
So it has anti-cancer properties.
The blue scorpion in
the venom
in Cuba
of the blue scorpion, the Cuban variety, apparently.
That should be hard to find.
Inhibition of tumor growth.
That fart's hitting me.
This is very thick. Inhibition of tumor growth. Components like chlorotoxin, CTX, and other peptides in the venom have been shown to inhibit tumor growth. Isn't that fucking
I don't
crazy?
know what makes people decide to. I guess they just keep studying different animals' venom until something. I don't know. Makes them target on.
Or they maybe throughout this finding chemical compounds. Then somebody over here that deals with the scorpions goes,
Like, hey, this
blue scorpion venom has the
maybe
whatever in it.
I guess.
And so they're like, well, let's try that. I don't know. I don't know how people find that shit out.
That's beyond our intellect.
Right?
Very
That's in my
much.
wheelhouse, man. Right
Very
in my
much
wheelhouse.
so.
Isn't that fucking crazy, though? And I'm sure, like, there's other things. Those are the two that just kind of, oh, I'm sorry.
We're bored.
I don't know. Those two just kind of, I was like, oh, what is that? Like, how do people know that?
Everything we need is in nature.
It is. You said you have a conspiracy theory that you found?
Oh yeah. So let me look, and this kind of ties into
Blue.
big pharma,
blue
a
venom.
little bit.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh shit!
So it's like you kind of
I didn't know that.
set this up.
You're welcome.
Nice little.
Your segue. You're welcome.
Let me get to it here.
So he told me that Factoid called and talked to him and brought up this.
This is from.
I don't even remember what it's about. What it's about?
So this is from Facto. He
But what does it have to deal with?
Well, let me get to it, Dick.
It has to deal with the Gulf War. I don't know what it is.
No.
What is
so he calls me up today and he's like, "You at work?" "Yeah, I'm at work." And I guess me at work triggered. Autopilots was triggered.
Oh yeah. I know what it's about now.
Airplanes was triggered. Helicopter in his brain was triggered. Kobe Bryant,
Because he says you killed Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. But he said, he's like, "Have you heard the Kobe Bryant conspiracy?" And I was like, "No." And he said, so apparently there was this guy, doctor, who's a billionaire. So we have Patrick Soon Xiang.
Rolls off the tongue.
I'm probably
Butchering that.
South African and American businessman, investor, medical researcher, and transplant surgeon. He is the inventor of a drug Abraxane, which is used for lung, breast, and pancreatic cancer. He's a founder of Nantworks, a network healthcare biotech. Long story short, I don't want to get too. He is all those things that I just said, and he's also a billionaire. And the conspiracy theory goes that he has a very high success rate basically for curing almost all kinds of cancer through all his research and everything. And he is wanting to release it in the world and everything. Apparently, this conspiracy theory is that Kobe Bryant was going to be like a big investor with this guy. And he was about to announce it like the next week that he was going to be an investor with this guy that has all these cures for cancer and everything. And the conspiracy is Big Pharma or whatever, they took Kobe out because they don't want cancer cured because it's such a money-making thing.
Yeah, the cure. I mean, the money is not in the cure; it's in the treatment for diseases.
So he's worth $11.3 billion.
Kobe?
No,
that guy is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's not doing it for money. He bought.
So why does he need investors?
I think Kobe was just going to be like a
celebrity, like a face to
he was. Apparently he
an endorsement or whatever.
Yeah. Apparently he was a minority owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, so that's probably how he ties in with Kobe since 2010. And in 2018, he bought the LA Times. And apparently he bought the LA Times because he kept getting censored on his talks on curing cancer and all this stuff in his research, and we have a high success rate, almost 100% of anybody we've treated. And they kept censoring him, so he's so rich, he just bought LA Times so he could publish his stories without them getting censored.
So did he publish stories?
I haven't gone that deep yet, because like I said, he just sent that.
Well, you got to wonder.
But it's tied. If you just check it out, look up. Like I said, His name just is so easy to remember.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
Patrick Soon-Shiong.
So look, we don't want anybody to be killed, but wouldn't the easiest thing, not Kobe, but the man himself?
Well, they've already were focused on censoring him and everything. That the theory is, if a big celebrity like Kobe was like, "Hey, this guy,
I'm going to endorse it,"
that would just draw so much to we can't let that happen.
Right.
And of course, I said this is like conspiracy theory.
Well, because I get it. Kobe's a big name.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest basketball stars of all time. Some people argue the second best basketball player ever behind Jordan. Everybody always says him, Jordan, LeBron, whatever. Mm-hmm. And if he comes out saying
this, whatever,
I fully endorse this guy.
Yeah.
You know what he's talking about. Blah blah.
Wow.
So that's
crazy.
So I want to do more digging. I haven't got to I was gonna really dive into it, but instead I got stuck on the phone for 2 hours today. So
while we're on conspiracies, there's one more that I've heard. And so back in the Vietnam War, do you know why we got into the Vietnam War? Why we got in, how, what was the event?
Communism.
No, what was the event that caused us to get into it?
Oh God, I can't
Do you know
remember.
that? Okay.
I remember hearing about it, but
it's
not ringing a bell.
August 7th, that was way off. August 2nd, 1964, U.S. destroyer was conducting signals intelligence patrol by three and was approached by 3 North Vietnamese torpedo boats. They fired on the Maddox, USS Maddox, and they got a little damage, but they ended up sinking those other vessels.
Well, of course, so they fired upon the U.S.
They fired on us.
So
we got a little damage on it.
Pretty much the same way how we got into World War II, right? Was
Pearl Harbor,
Japan bombed. They hit us first, so they drew us in.
Right. August 4th, so that didn't cause us to get into it. August 4th, 1964, there was a second attack on the Maddox and another destroyer, the Turner Joy, is what has been told. And that's what got us into the war. Because now they're attacking us.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're
not doing anything.
We got to defend ourselves.
So the second one was the incident that led Congress to pass the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which granted Johnson the authority to escalate the military action that we had over there and be a part of the Vietnam War. Now, the controversy is that after now files have been released, that there was not a second attack. That was all fabricated.
Well, that ties all the way into the JFK assassination. I mean, that's why they...
Right into the military complex.
I mean, that's why the conspiracy's always been the CIA. Everybody had something to do with taking JFK out because he was against going to the Vietnam War. He didn't want to do it. Government did take him out, put Johnson in. He's gonna,
So the big thing is that, if and majority of the citizens here in the United States, they don't want to be in a conflict. We don't want to be at war with somebody because you never know how much the war is going to escalate. All of a sudden, selective service goes in, and now moms and dads, dads and sons are going to war together.
Got to go fight.
And the only son I can't.
Only son he can't. Well, he can
at first.
At first, you can't.
It depends on how far the war goes.
Right. And so, without us being in direct conflict, there's no reason for us to be a part of it. But once they attack us, now we're like, let's fucking get them. And now,
we were not going. We were staying out of World War II till the Japanese bombed us.
That's something I didn't know anything about that.
No.
I just knew we were part of I didn't know why we got into the Vietnam War.
Well, you always heard it. They always said, we're bad at communism.
Yeah.
The Russians were supplying all the weapons that Vietnam had were supplied by the Russians, and everything's, all the communist countries were supplying them with weapons. Like we were battling communism.
Right.
And we need to stop it. We need to help out and get involved. And that's what you always heard about.
It's fucking crazy, though.
Do you remember how much anti-protest war there was with Vietnam shit?
But this just goes right into You can't believe anything the fucking government tells you. They'll lie straight to your face if it helps them achieve whatever that goal is. You know, and there's a lot of people that just blindly believe everything that they're told, whether it's by the scientists in the, what is that, WHO, the WHO. Or who? Or, you know, even it's the fucking president himself. You can't take it at face value. You've got to go, okay, well, what's in it for you? Like, what's the real goal you're trying to achieve? Like, why are you trying to get everybody pissed off or happy or look over there when this is happening over here? You know, it's always something.
Well, it's like when all that alien shit came out like a year ago. When
no one gives a shit.
When they're like admitting the aliens are real, nobody cared. But it's like, because everybody thought, well, they're trying to distract us from something else.
Yeah, you would have really thought that the world would have been like, whoa, nobody. Aliens?
Because everybody's like, we don't believe anything you say. I'll believe it when a fucking flying saucer lands out here and a fucking alien walks out in front of me. That's when I'll believe it.
Right. It's fucking crazy.
I'll believe it right now.
Because there's also conspiracies about that. Like they're trying to make us believe that aliens are real. So much that they use that to their advantage and fake an alien invasion to do what for a power move.
So here's the other, like, I don't know that it's conspiracy, but like the reason why, oh God, we're seeing aliens out or, ships out off the coast in Gulf of America. All these other countries are seeing ships and stuff like that. They're saying that I don't know who they are, but they're saying that it's that because now they're trying to make themselves be noticed slowly so that it's not like aliens are here. It's like maybe it's aliens, maybe it's something government, whatever. Whatever it is. But because they're going to help us because there's other aliens coming to attack us.
So these are like,
and they're going to help us. And they want us to know that they're friendly.
That would be awesome.
The grays are helping us against the greens.
Right.
That would be kind of badass.
Right. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Probably not true.
Get their technology?
I think it's just freaking...
We wouldn't understand it.
I think it's just...
No, I
think it's just fucking technology that we don't know about. They've hid technology from us for years. The whole thing that started in the 50s when people thought they were seeing UFOs, they were test flighting the stealth bomber, and nobody's ever seen anything like that. Because you see, they always did it at night. You can't hear this thing.
Mm-hmm.
People are seeing these weird lights in a V shape in the air, and it's a UFO because nobody's ever seen it. You can't hear.
Right.
They were test flighting a stealth bomber, but they're not going to tell anybody they're test flighting a
top secret.
Yeah, I mean, all this is like all them drones flying around. It's just.
Have y'all ever seen? And I don't know what the TikTok username is, but this person always comes up, and all they do is they're like, "What's going on in the United States?" or something, and they're like zooming in on Google Maps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you ever seen those?
Yeah,
and it pisses me off because it takes them so long. They're like zoom scans, and I'm like, just go right to it, just fucking show me. But there's like an airfield, and you can see all these.
Tanks and stuff around.
Not that one.
I've seen that.
That one's neat too. But you can see like all these like F-16s or whatever, all these fighter planes, and then they start like zooming into one of the hangars, and there's a fighter jet, not plane jet, but then over here next to the hangar is a fighter. You can see the outline of jet, but you can't physically see the jet. It's like see through. Mm-hmm. But if you zoom around it, you can you can clearly see the wing. It's like they're trying to hide whatever that is by just making it.
They're
to where
cloaking it. Kind
of kind of like that. And you're like, well, why would that be? But the one you're talking about is like in the desert.
And that zoom, and then it's like all these tanks. There's something in the middle.
Randomly in the desert. Yeah, there's like a circle.
And it's like, and these tanks are just around it, perimeter, and they're like, it looks like they're protecting something.
Yeah, there's like a circle because they're all faced away from it. But there's like a circle in the desert in Nevada, and then it's almost completely closed, but then there's like two lines that come straight out of it. And it's like, they're like, it's a portal or something like that.
And there's tanks freaking
There's fucking tanks all over the desert around it.
That's the bad thing.
Have you never seen that?
That's the bad thing.
Dude, you got to look that shit. That's fucking crazy.
The bad thing is now, though, with AI and stuff, now we really can't even believe what anything.
But that's Google Maps.
Is it?
I've looked at it.
Is it?
I've looked.
But I mean, are you really looking? You don't think that they can just? Oh, we're seeing what the satellites show. They can't freaking.
No, I've pulled up the Google Maps and
Yeah, but you
followed
don't
him
think
to see what it
you
is.
don't think the Google Maps could just be fucking?
Oh,
bullshit?
maybe, I don't know, but
We can't. I can't.
But I mean, it is there. Like some of the, there's a couple things that he's shown that it was hard for
I
me
saw
to really
one that
see
was
where
like
he was.
there was like a looked like a base or something on this island out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just.
You ever seen the one that has like the drag marks across the island from one side all the way to the other that go into the ocean?
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yes,
it's like they
I've-
drug a ship or something from one side to
Because of
the
course,
other.
once you watch one, they start.
Dude, and I love watching.
Yeah, I mean
them.
it's awesome. I mean it's, but yeah, there's. I think the. In my brain, I can't believe in an alien until I see it.
Right.
It's like ghosts. It sounds cool and everything, but let me.
That's it.
Yeah, and there's tanks like all.
So there's
around
tanks all around that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
somebody knows.
That
what
was
it
like
is,
one of the first ones I saw was
Right.
that one.
Have you ever heard of astral projecting?
Yes,
Maybe.
It's
I
like
have.
when you go to sleep,
you can. You're
you leave your body.
almost like you're.
You're not
So
soul
they
or whatever
touched
they
on it.
call
Like
it.
if you ever watched this, I don't know if you ever watched like any of the Marvel movies, but like the Doctor Strange movies, they touch on that like leaving your body.
But you have your.
They do that in.
What do
the-
they call it? Your tether.
Yeah,
Like your
you're tied
your
to your
soul
body.
has your tether tied to your body, and if that cord ever gets cut,
and that's kind of what you ever watch Doctor Strange? No, they.
Play him in Marvel Rivals, though.
But I mean, they learned that technique on like how to like leave their body and astral. They even call it that. Like
like you can learn how to astral project. I don't know.
That's what they're.
Tried to do that on Spider-Man to try to take that box.
Yes.
Couldn't get away
See?
from him.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah, they
what
couldn't
it,
get
but
away.
that's what if you watch Doctor Strange, they're all about that stuff.
Because he had the sixth sense, so he
Yeah.
couldn't grab it.
Right. Yeah, he was moving.
What
could
did
still
you,
move.
Did
That was
you
his
watch
sixth
like?
sense.
Yeah.
Did you watch like Marvel's Endgame?
Yeah.
So remember when they're time traveling to get the stones, and when the new Hulk goes to see the bald chick that was
Oh, the
like-
lady. Yeah.
and she puts him out. She put him out of
Put
his,
him out of his
that's what-
body.
That's what it is. She put him.
Yeah.
out. She did it to him.
Like that's
but that's
astral
what. But
projection.
that's
Yeah.
what it is.
So there's a lady that claims this to be true. It's obviously true then, right?
Sure.
But she astral projects, and she had some beings come to her that said, "Hey, it's time to go to the meeting."
Beans.
Yeah, beans.
Like
pinto,
magic
like
beanstalks?
pinto beans. Yeah,
Beans. I thought you
beans.
said beans. I was like,
Well,
she grew a beanstalk.
I'm from
and go-
Texas, man.
She grew a beanstalk and went and saw giants.
Yeah, so beans
Beans.
came to her and said, "It's time to go to the meeting." And so she's like, "Oh, we're going to astral projection meeting spot or something." She says she goes to the moon, and the moon is hollow. And there's like a meeting where everyone is astral projecting, because she said you could see all their cords that are all going back to Earth. Most,
But no.
some were going to outer space, and
So this sounds like a lunatic.
well, right. But have you never heard that the moon is hollow?
Oh yeah, I mean you've heard all kinds of stuff about
No, like the vibrating. Have you never heard that?
the vibrating. No, I remember that one.
So like, if you were to drop something on the ground, like it creates a vibration, and the vibration, obviously depending on if you drop a boulder on the ground, it vibrates for 3 seconds or whatever. Where they were saying that on the moon, when the lunar module dropped, if you believe the moon's real, and we went there, I still don't, but they were saying that when it dropped, that the ringing, the vibration lasts for even longer than it should have. If it was a
Which
solid,
would make sense if it landed on something hollow. It's gonna.
Yeah.
It looks different now.
does it?
It's on Google
Oh, look,
Earth
see?
right now.
He found it. So it's got like more, but it's more like they're blacking it out more than.
You know what's funny is what that looks like. It looks like
I'll put a screenshot that and send it to me. I'll put
that
a
looks
picture of it on.
exactly like
You want the tanks in it?
Yeah,
They won't
just-
be able to see the tanks.
That looks the exact shape of the plasma sword in Halo.
It
does.
Looks just fucking
Right.
like it. Looks just like it.
Right.
So that's probably what that is.
Anyway, so they're saying that the moon is hollow because the vibration lasts longer
we ever heard
whenever
this,
something's dropped on it,
speaking of moon, you ever heard the one about
or
like,
an impact on the moon.
about when, because they had like a certain amount of minutes when they landed of they were out of,
Communication,
Yeah.
whatever.
and they say that time was when there was communication of one of the astronauts, I can't remember which one, saying
The one that stayed in.
saying they're watching us right now, and they say that dead time is when he went to communicate with whoever was watching them on the moon.
Right.
So I mean, there's so much to. Boy, you go down a rabbit hole, and
Dude,
so when you were talking about the coil things under the pyramids and stuff, have you seen the video of them getting down there and looking at it?
yeah.
That's all AI.
That's all AI.
But that was like, that looks pretty good.
They were talking about the water's
Yeah.
so blue.
Yeah.
And that there's bodies in the water.
And you saw those springs and everything,
Yeah.
And at first I was like, what? And then I was like, oh shit, this is AI. But
Right,
that was
right.
pretty.
Right.
It's going to be harder for us now to
Because AI is just gonna. Yeah.
It's going to just get insane.
fucking
Where you're not
crazy.
going to be. And now you can really just show whatever you want.
I'll tell you, and just one of the biggest things for me when it comes to the moon landing, you can believe it, don't have to believe it, and there, you can believe in the conspiracy theories where they're like, oh, on the moon, and the shadows are going 90 degrees to each other, and with one light source, they should all be in one direction. All that all makes sense to me. That's how you know it was done in the studio, not on the moon. Blah blah blah. The one kick in the nuts for me when it comes to the moon landing is that the president is talking to them over a fucking telephone, and there is zero delay in the conversation.
And there'd have to be, right? Especially with technology back then.
I can't get a fucking phone call in Gorman,
Well,
Texas.
that's what you ever heard when on the Joe Rogan when they're talking about like there's a outer layer past. I can't remember
That's
what
the
they call it.
Van Allen radiation belt.
And they say like
Animals haven't gone through it.
they
and
said
lived.
the only people that's ever gone through that and come back were the
People that landed on the moon.
numerous moon missions, right?
Right.
And the United States, the only ones that ever do it. Like no other countries ever figured out how to do that.
But we did. No, mine is just the phone call. Okay, so yeah, the Van Allen radiation
can-
belt. Like that's one where we send living organisms through it and back, and it comes back dead.
Yeah,
But humans can go through, and they're tinfoil machines and be just fine.
so that's what
I found something on Google Earth.
you're digging
What'd you
around
find?
now.
It's a shark, but
Megalodon.
from the ocean, right? And they pulled up a picture of buses at approximately the same distance as that shark. They were 40-foot buses. That shark is at least
So Megalodon.
30 feet larger than the buses are.
Good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
Like it's in the deep
Yeah.
ocean compared to like buses at the same.
Distance and height.
I've seen that video of that shark before. That was when a great white was swimming around California or something. I think it's fake, but like I said, I can't trust anything we see now because I mean they're so good with AI and all
Yeah.
that bullshit that I'm like, and Megalodon was supposed to be like 60 feet long, so that would calculate the
70.
yeah. I mean, but
There you go. I mean,
Jesus
Look,
Christ.
okay, so-
could you imagine?
just the amount
That's
of
why I hate the ocean.
the amount of unexplored ocean that's out there.
They say it's
5% explored.
It's more unexplored than we've explored space.
Right.
That's what makes me scared of the
I
ocean.
hate it too.
I'm-
I hate the deep ocean.
I am more scared of the ocean than I am of outer space.
I think a lot of people feel that way too.
And it's not just Jaws.
Well, it's
like
just
that's a
because-
part of it.
Yes,
but-
but it's just because if we wanted to right now, we could book a trip to get on a boat to go to out in the middle of the ocean.
Mhm.
We can't right now if we wanted to book a trip to go to space.
Right.
So that's what makes it more scary is it's here
And we can go there.
We could go there, and we've all been out on a boat. Most of us have been on a boat, like in the ocean to a certain extent.
Even on a cruise. Tristan, you've been on a cruise, right?
A long time ago.
And to me, though, that's
you went with us.
And that's an eerie feeling when you just look out and there's nothing but water.
Yeah.
And you think, if this ship sinks,
we're fucked. I'm gonna get on. Now we're Titanic.
And then I always instantly think sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Like the classic story that Quinn tells in Jaws, that he was the ship that delivered the bomb in World War II to bomb Hiroshima.
Yeah.
And they got, which this actually really did happen. The ship got torpedoed and they went in the water. And like, he says, like in the story, 1,000 men went to the ocean. 3 days later, 300 men got pulled out. The rest went to the sharks.
Jesus Christ.
Because when you listen to that makes you, like, if you ever watched Jaws as a kid, it made you terrified.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And I saw somewhere like a year later, I can't remember where it is, every year they have this big outdoor screen, not a drive-in, but and you can watch Jaws while floating on a lake in like inner tubes.
Nope.
I'm thinking, damn.
On a lake, but still, even then.
I need you to watch this Google Earth.
Okay. So he's zooming in over in Asia, right?
Was that off the coast of Asia or Africa? I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. I think it was Asia, though, because it looked like Japan was up.
Pretty sure it's Asia.
So he's zooming in on a small island on the southwest side of Asia. See, this is what takes so long. He zooms in, zooms out. Look at this.
Because he didn't find the right place at first, and then he's like, oh, it's a little bit more this way.
Yeah, now it's a mountainside.
But look at what he shows.
He zooms in.
How do you explain what he shows?
I think I've seen this. Is this where there's there's like a big radar thing?
Look. It's not a radar.
I remember seeing this one because all these people have their phone out and they're taking a picture of it. Oh.
How do you explain that on the side of a mountain?
It's like a dragon's head. What looks like a dragon or a monster
coming
head
through like a little crack
in the mountain, but it looks like it's a part of the mountain.
Could be a rock formation.
But rock formation with nose and teeth and an eye?
It's probably not.
Yeah, but I've seen the exact same one. Only this time where the people have their cameras looking the opposite way. There was like something in the sky. So I've seen. It's all
I just can't believe anything I've seen.
But there have been a few of those things where I've looked at.
Anybody?
I'm good right now.
I'm good. I go drink some more when I go play softball here in a little bit.
Beer.
Where I couldn't find it. I could go exactly where, and I see all the blue dots where you can click on it to go to Street View, and it's not there.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I'll tell you what.
It's fun to
another one about Google Earth that
now
scares
Tristan's trapped in it. Now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one on Google Earth that scares me is because I like going and looking at weird things, stuff like that. They now have it where you can go do the same thing at like the Bimini Road under the ocean. Like you can, they have not like they have. I guess the Google car goes down there. I don't know, but you can go and like do the same thing on the Bimini Road off the coast of Florida. Be under the ocean and see all the shit. I'm like, no, thank you. No, I'm like, even that scares me to be under the fucking water. He does want one, see?
Well, I'm about to. I'm about to leave here.
He's got to play softball tonight.
Well, you'll play better.
got me. I hit home runs when I'm drunk.
There you go.
Corona bottle opener.
But it's also a little coaster.
So before you leave, in your vehicles, I've had this conversation with Tasha before. I just want to know y'all's. First of all, what is the situation with cup holders in your vehicle? Are they side by side, or is one on top of the other, like front to back?
Side by side.
Okay.
So in the Explorers,
they're
lined up.
Yeah, like one's closer to the dashboard, one's closer to the console.
Yeah.
Okay. So on yours, it makes perfect sense. The driver's is on the driver's side, the passenger. Which one, when they're front to back, which one is the driver's cup holder?
The driver's the front.
The one closest to the dashboard?
Yes.
To me, that's wrong. To me, the driver's is the one that's closest to the console.
To me, the driver's the top one.
The driver,
Number one.
to me, the driver shouldn't have to reach over anything to grab his
Well, in
drink.
my brain, it's number one. Number one is the driver. Number one cup holder.
So for me, it's when I have my elbow on the console, middle, whatever section of your vehicle, the easiest one for me to grab that I'm not having to reach over and try to pick something up, especially if it has a lid on it like a McDonald's cup or something, to pick it up. It's this one here that's closest to the console. I think that's the driver's.
Mine's the front one.
See, you're wrong. That's how I know you don't even know what you're talking
I'm
about.
the
because
number
you're
one.
wrong.
Number one is the driver. Number one. Now on my Dodge, it was 1, 2, 3, so that's easy. Closest one.
Why
to
do you
you.
need 3?
There's 3 in there.
What?
Like the middle thing.
Okay. If it's front, if it's like we have, which one would you say the driver's is?
Probably the front one.
The front one. So I'm the wrong.
Yeah, you're the wrong. Tasha, you win.
Dude, I've always said it's
Well,
this one.
like I said, in my brain, it's like the number one person in the car is the driver.
I got long arms, so even if I do this, my hand is over that. My hand is over that drink right here. So even if that one was one I picked, I still grab it.
To
I
me,
still
it's
have
more
to grab
so
it
like.
this.
To me, it's more comfortable to reach for the.
Not me. Like I prefer to pick up, especially in the cup holder. I pick up my drink like this,
Okay.
and I don't want to have to reach over and pick this one up over your drink. I want to pick my drink up.
Well, I guess it depends on the vehicle too. Because like in the Explorer, it's like I don't have to like it's right. The front one's right there. I mean, it's like,
Tasha's Jeep is the same way.
I feel like I have to reach further back to grab the second one.
But that's where my hand sits, like over that drink.
That's what I'm saying. With
So
my
that's
long
that's
arms,
my drink.
My hand's
Your
over the
hand-
drink.
Your hand doesn't go over. Your hand does not go over both drinks.
No, my hand is over that first drink,
So that's yours to pick up.
so I have to keep my hand like this.
It
So
wouldn't-
once I go
you
grab it,
wouldn't-
I just real quick, just move my wrist and I grab it.
You wouldn't have to limp wrist it if it was your drink, is what I'm saying. Your drink, your hand's just on it. So when you need a drink, you pick it up.
I don't know.
In the Explorer, there's a little space between the armrest and the cup holders.
Because
So
you have a gear shifter here.
So I have to, if I'm grabbing either cup, I'm gonna have to lift the arm up and grab it anyway. So
Your mom must have brought that in here. I didn't even see that here.
oh sweet,
Oh, you did?
we got a trash can. So yeah, we lose.
Thank you.
You lost.
I guess I did. I still think I'm right.
You're the only one.
I probably.
Everybody submit your votes.
I still think I'm right though. Going to a restaurant, and let's say we're going to a Mexican restaurant,
Hey.
right? Mm-hmm. We're going to a Mexican restaurant. Like, what's your normal order?
It depends on the restaurant.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it really does.
Okay. Let's go. I know.
Let's say if it was Politos.
Okay, you're going to a restaurant that specializes in fajitas. I just want you to get thinking of fajitas, right?
Okay, feed us.
Fajitas come out. Is there anything worse than that sizzling plate of fajitas coming out
And it's not yours.
and it just smoking up the fucking restaurant, and then you leave smelling like sizzling ass fajitas?
Doesn't bother me.
I fucking hate it.
The only time it bothers me is when I put my order in
Somebody else
and I
is
didn't
coming.
order fajitas, and then she walks by me and I was like, damn, that smells good.
No, I don't mind the smell of it.
No, but I'm like, I don't care.
I hate and in fact, when I go to order, I don't eat a lot of fajitas for this reason, because they always bring it out on that sizzling plate. I don't give a shit
Remember,
about.
Politos used to be.
And I don't give a shit about the sizzling plate. I don't want it. No part of, because it's not the plate. I mean, that cast iron thing's hot, but they get it to sizzle by putting water on it, and it's just
It's a showmanship.
it's all it is.
But I mean, that doesn't bother me.
I fucking hate it. Worst fucking thing that a Mexican restaurant does is bring a sizzling plate of fajitas out to you.
Doesn't bother me.
Dude, I fucking hate it. And so I'll go so far as say, don't make it sizzle. Just bring it out on a regular ass plate then. If putting the meat on that cast iron thing starts to sizzle, which I know it doesn't, then don't bring that. Just bring it on a plate. But if you can bring it on that and not sizzle, bring that. I don't care. I don't want it.
It doesn't bother me.
The fajitas are fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll eat them.
But I don't.
That fucking dude. And every time I go to, and then that comes out, I'm ready to leave. I'm immediately ready to
Jesus.
leave. Like I hate it so much. Like when I was younger, it's cool. Oh my god, look, it's so hot. Look how hot it is. It's not.
I mean, that didn't bother me.
You're so.
I don't understand you.
These are just my little quirks, man.
So speaking of Palitos, what was your go-to order? Did you have one?
Tacos. I mean, honestly, I don't remember. I would assume it was either tacos or enchiladas.
Number 3 was mine.
What's that?
It was one crispy taco, one cheese taco, rice and beans.
Oh.
That was always my go-to. To me, the best thing that Palitos, my favorite thing there was their tacos were pretty.
They're crispy tacos.
Were pretty phenomenal.
You like a sizzling plate of fajitas?
No,
What? Why not?
because the smoke.
Thank you. So I'm not.
Oh,
so now you're the one out
It's
there.
your fucking son. He's probably heard you bitch so many times about it that it's burned
I
in
don't
his
like
brain.
the smell that comes out of it, because then I smell like it.
Who
Thank
gives a rat's
you.
ass? You smell like delicious fajitas? That should attract the chicks right there. Oh, I smell like delicious meats. You're
That's the
y'all
problem.
acting like when you used to go to the Brazos and remember
Smoke.
this leaf just stinched in it.
Oh, that's any bar in
Now I
town.
have to pee.
Of course you do. So he loves and actually prefers the sizzling plate, and I told him.
prefer it. It just doesn't bother me.
I said, no fucking way do I want anything to do with a sizzling plate of fajitas.
doesn't bother me.
I fucking hate it.
He really doesn't really. You got some kind of issue.
He was making me feel like I'm the only one. I'm like, I don't think I'm the only one. There he goes.
He's the only one.
I think he is the. I doubt that. But
The only one here.
Yeah, but it's. I get the showmanship of it. Like, oh, look how hot it is.
But then overcooked.
Yeah. So the reason why I brought it up is so the other day I ate lunch at a place in Weatherford, and I've never. I mean, obviously it's a Mexican restaurant, so they have fajitas, but no one's ever, while I've been there, ordered them. And then there was a table behind me that all three ordered the sizzling ass plate of fajitas, and they were literally right behind me, and that's all I could smell was just. And we left, and I just smelled like that, and I'm fucking done with it. I was ready to leave.
I mean, it smells good, but after a while, you're like, oh.
That's what I told him. I said, it's not the smell that I mind, because I like the way they smell. It's when you leave the restaurant, you continue to smell that way. You smell that way for the rest of the fucking day.
But then it turns to stink.
Right. After a while, it just turns to stink. You get tired of smelling fajitas on yourself. Yeah. Unless you're Blake. Blake just wants to bathe in it.
I hate the smell of good fajita meat. Y'all some bougie ass bitches around here. That's good pee.
So we grew up in the 80s and 90s.
We did, Tristan.
2000s.
2000s. I want to know, can you finish these 90s,
Ooh,
80s,
I like it.
90s
Yeah, I like it.
commercial
I
jingles?
love these challenges.
Are you ready?
Some of them you won't even realize you remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Till they.
Finish the jingle.
All right.
I am stuck on Band-Aid brand.
Oh my God, I know that commercial.
Germs don't stick on me or something like that.
That is one of the. That's
One of them was germs don't stick on me or
because Band-Aid stuck on me.
There was quite a few of those, but yeah.
I know that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, they probably played it still when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I bet because
Yeah.
that went on. That wasn't like
It started like in the 80s, and then it went through the 90s, so probably into 2000s.
yeah. You probably heard it. All right. Next.
I don't want to grow up, because baby, if I did.
I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Toys R Us, there was two big
Man,
toy
that
stores.
was
At the beginning, I knew it, but then you lost me towards the end.
That was there was nothing more. There was two places
Toys R Us.
and Blockbuster Video. My two favorite
I was going to say
Toy
Toy
Story,
Stores.
Toys R Us, and
What's the other one? Really, mostly in malls.
what was the name of that place?
KB Toy Stores.
Yes, KB Toy Stores. But Toys R Us was it was
Toy Stores was like a wonderland.
it was the size of a grocery store, and it's just a toy store.
Oh God! It's
and they let
everything.
you play with
You
it.
could play with them.
And then they closed Toys R Us when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did get some Christmas gifts.
Because the last
For you from
one of the
Toys R
last
Us.
ones I remember was that one over there by
Ridgemar.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was like one of the last ones.
What about the best part of waking up
It's Folgers in your cup.
Folgers coffee.
I think I know that one.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Break me off, is that Kit Kat bar.
What would you do?
Tristan? For a Klondike bar.
Do you like Klondike bars?
Yes.
So
The
good.
cookies and cream ones.
I never had it. Just regular Klondike.
The ice cream and the cookies and
You know what a
cream.
Klondike bar is?
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Okay. This is gonna go old.
Okay.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Alka-Seltzer. Oh, man. What did that... I don't I know it's Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, it is Alka-Seltzer.
Because I can see the commercial. But I can't remember what they
Oh,
said.
what a relief it is.
Damn it.
Now,
I could see the commercial. I couldn't think of it.
$5.
You might know this one.
Footlong.
Yeah,
That's
there you
it.
go. That's what I said. Tristan might know that
so
one.
this
Because
was
that
back,
one...
this was back when Subway had $5 foot.
Because that would have been like late 90s.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
It was. I remember that going.
And
Why
they'd
am
go,
I hearing the echo?
They'd go, I don't know. I'm hearing it too. You'd hear $5, and they
$5.
in the video they're doing this.
$5 foot long.
Now this one is going to be a little weird.
All right.
Okay. 800-588
200-300
Empire.
today.
today.
They showed them all the time.
Call 1-800-STEAMER.
Certified
1-800
cleaner.
Jet
Something.
cleaner or something.
Stanley Steamer,
Steamer,
your
your
certified
certified
cleaner.
cleaner.
Or
Yeah.
Stanley Steamer, your carpet cleaner.
Man. I haven't thought of that in a long time.
That's awesome. There was a couple other ones.
They
that I
always
thought
show
of.
those commercials if you stayed home from school.
Right.
And we're watching like Price is Right and all that stuff. That they would always be like there.
Yeah, those were just like a 877 cash now.
Yeah, God.
Who was that?
I hated
J.G. Wentworth.
I hated those commercials so bad.
877 cash now.
Those commercials infuriated me.
It's like in the bus and
Yes,
they're
there
all
was
just singing.
and there'd always be that one guy with the freaking.
When you need her,
I hated those commercials so much. Those still get played. Oh God,
They
I hate
are
them.
still played.
God, I hated them. I get infuriated. I push mute.
Dude, it's awesome.
No, it isn't. Is that it?
I mean,
Let's keep going a little bit. This is fun.
I have one more, but I cannot remember. I put it down because I'm like, no. Fresh goes better.
Mentos fresher. Fresh, goes better with Mentos fresher for life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
They'd
No,
always do something like.
Yeah, they'd pop one in their mouth.
And they do something like.
So the one I saw was
the
this
limousine
guy.
one.
No, yeah,
That's the one I always remember.
it was a guy that he's he's like in a suit and he's fixing to go to, or he's having lunch or whatever, and he sits down on a park bench, and there's a guy like a painter, and he's like, oh wait, nobody talks in the video. He's like, wait, and the guy looks and he's like holding the paintbrush. He's like, it's wet, and so the guy stands up and looks at, and now he has stripes from the park bench on his suit. He pops a Mento, and then he just rubs like the front of his suit on there. So now he has stripes down his suit, like it's a pinstripe suit now. And he's like, Mentos, the fresh maker.
I got. I'm trying to. Here's one.
Okay.
It's my. Double your pleasure, double your fun.
That's double mint gum. I don't remember how it goes, though. I did see that one. The other one, I cannot remember. Oh, yeah. So kiss a little longer, hold tight a little longer.
That's Big Red.
Yeah.
I
It's longer
can't remember
with Big Red.
Yeah, I can't remember what the middle part was.
That Big Red freshness lasts
That's
right through
Well,
it.
they had some jingles going.
Your
Juicy
fresh breath
Fruit
goes
had
on
one
and
too.
on. Yeah, that one was...
Juicy Fruit is gonna move you.
Juicy fruit is
get
gonna
right to
move you. The juice is soft. It gets right to you.
Juicy Fruit, the taste
Taste is gonna move you.
The gum commercials were fucking slapping.
Going to softball now.
All right, punk. Have a good time. Good time. Tongue.
Why can't you
I'll
talk
try.
today? There's something wrong
Fat
with
tongue.
It's echoing, it's throwing me.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna take that off.
Yeah, the gum commercials were bringing it.
Dude, they were awesome. I don't. There was dude, I had a whole list of them, but a lot of them was. So I've got to censor out the word. Turn on the magic of colored lights. It's a kid's toy.
Light bright.
Light bright.
Yeah. Oh God, that's old as shit. That's 80. That's 80s.
That's
stuff.
80s. Yeah. You know, that was a good time. I was flowing through.
Yeah, I came across one where a black guy, bald black guy, and he's like, "All my 80s. If you're 80s, born in the 80s, 90s, stick with me. If you ain't, go." And he started singing some of those.
Oh, was he?
And he's like, finish the lyric, and he'd say it, you know. But yeah, the gum jingles were.
Dude, and like, yikes, striped fruit stripe
Fruit stripe gum.
Which
That was
is
the gum that tasted.
zebra fruit.
It tasted so good for about 30 seconds.
And
that was one of the ones that faded real fast.
But then there was like, and you can eat the wrap, like. Not the commercial itself.
But yeah,
people would
you
like,
do it, and I'd be like,
I'm
I'm seeing it. It would be shitty. It would be horrible.
The wrapper would just mix in with the gum.
Yeah,
it was
horrible. But I remember eating the wrapper thing. That's so stupid.
Then there was, remember we had what was like fruit roll-ups or fruit by the foot or something, where they had tattoos on.
Yeah,
them.
that was fruit roll-ups.
They had like
but
it wasn't. I mean, it was just but you like do it on your tongue.
Yeah,
you do it
fruit
on
roll-ups. Those still bang with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They still want fruit roll-ups, fruit by the foot, gushers.
I was gonna say gushers.
So we're going down this rabbit hole. There's a lot of snacks that we liked, food and drinks included, that were big when we were growing up that are discontinued.
Okay.
Right? That aren't there anymore.
Okay.
Like examples, Crystal Pepsi.
Loved it.
Remember?
Loved it. And they came back with it one for just like very
shark gummies. To name a few.
There was a Kool-Aid called Huckleberry Finn.
But I remember like the those freaking shark gummies. I remember there's something about them.
I think they still make shark gummies.
No,
though. It's not probably the same
those.
ones,
They're discontinued. But what if you could think of one?
Dunkaroos.
That's what you wish they bring back.
I love Dunkaroos because it was the cookie. All it was.
Yeah.
What were those? The snack things that was like cracker with cheese.
Yeah, but it was the cookie.
It was a cookie with icing.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
Mine. Every time I see them, I'm like, I just want to try them one more time. The pizzeria chips. The ones that were called pizzeria. I think Kellogg's did it.
Whatever it was. I do remember those.
God.
It was in a white bag, had like a little checkered.
And it said pizza. Oh, man. Every time.
I forgot about those. Those were so good.
When you go like on TikTok when they do like the 90s or 80s and it playing that music.
Oh, in the background.
And anytime they're like snacks or discontinued stuff and the pizzerias, I'm always
Dude,
like.
I forgot about
man,
that.
I
used to eat the shit out of those.
They were so good. Like people like, well, they got pizzeria like. No, something about these were just.
I don't know. Yeah,
they were in the shape of Doritos. They were the triangle.
Yeah, they were triangles, but they so good.
It's like that's the one
you could taste like the pepperoni.
And you remember that ice cream that was like the fancy ice cream? They had like the layers. They had the layers really thin. I think it started with the F. Oh man, and I'm like, forget about that till I see the picture of it. And like you cut it. It was in like it was like real fancy like. That was I gotta find it.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But then it's not just like Crystal Pepsi was one of my.
Crystal Pepsi,
dude, that was so good.
Loved it.
Was it really that good? No,
I mean it tasted just
because
like
when they brought it back, it wasn't.
Crystal Pepsi tastes just like Pepsi, but there was just something about it being. They just didn't add the coloring to it, right?
I guess.
But it was a genius marketing scheme because people freaking fell for it.
But like, they had what were those pies? We talked about them before on here. The were they Ghostbuster pies? Oh no, Ninja Turtle ones. Those Ninja Turtle pies. They were green. Those it's like a Mrs. Baird fried pie.
Yeah, but they had they
had like a custard or something inside of them. Oh,
I gotta find this ice cream. Oh, Viennetta.
That's not an F at all.
Yeah. Let me show you a picture of it, and you're gonna remember what I'm talking about.
Okay. That sounds like the company that made that ranch dressing ice cream. Remember that one that Tristan had?
God.
That I sent a video that I was eating it. It was so good.
I mean, this was like a. When you see the picture, you'll remember it. If I can. It came out like that, and you slice it like a cake.
Okay, I remember.
And it was like in
good
and
humor.
It was like in layers of like.
Oh, is that a tiramisu? It looks like tiramisu.
It didn't taste like it.
But I know what you're talking.
It was like a cake, but it was ice cream. It wasn't like an ice cream cake.
Made for sharing.
Man, and I remember like.
Dessert cake is perfect for making all gatherings feel like a celebration.
But I mean, it was like fancy. That was the bougie stuff. Like that got busted out for like special occasions.
Yeah, because there was like a
because it looked like that on the sides.
There was a distinct line where to cut it.
That was
everybody got a slice. It was basically like a cake, but it was all ice cream.
Yeah, for some reason that brings me back like to
wow.
And those, what was the there was a drink that had
Orbits?
like yes,
the Orbits drink.
Yeah, that was a big one.
One of my favorite drinks in high school, and they still make Arizona tea, and they still make Arizona ginseng tea. But when we were growing up, Arizona came in a glass bottle, big, and then like the neck was still like a wide mouth neck.
Yeah,
but the ginseng was like I'm going to say this, dark blue bottle. And I think it was like a dark blue bottle. Again, I'm colorblind, so it could have been fucking green. I don't know. But I would drink the shit out of that. Because, back then it was like, and then I think even today you can buy them for 99 cents. Like the price, the inflation hasn't affected Arizona teas at all, except for now they're 24-ounce cans. And I don't think they were 24-ounce bottles back then.
And some of these you can, like people say you can still find some of these like on Amazon.
I'll tell you though, there are at least 2 Cokes that I wish they would bring back. One, I think you can buy on Amazon. Surge.
Remember
Cola?
Surge? Yes, that was like the green.
Yeah.
The green can.
It was like full of caffeine.
Kind of like Mountain Dew.
And Jolt Cola.
Yeah. Remember
Jolt Cola had like the black, it was like a Black Panther on there.
Yeah, and they were both like high caffeinated.
And it had the lightning bolt.
Remember freaking when Tang was big?
I never had Tang. Cody was supposed to bring us
There's
Tang
nothing
one time.
special about it, but it was big because that's what the astronauts drank,
Yep.
So, and then the Nestle Quick in the metal.
In the metal tin?
With that pop-up top. Strawberry.
And that's where Hershey's chocolate used to come in that too.
But
and
we always
strawberry.
But I remember this Nestle Quick, the powder. You just.
You seen the video of
Shark Bites was those gummies, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at.
Have you seen the video of the? And it's a recent. I don't know how recent, but a recent video. And this dad is showing the kid, like Nesquik in the tin. I think it's in the tin. And the kid's like, "Oh, I know what that is." He's a young kid. He goes, "That's chocolate milk." And he's like, "Yeah." And the kid kind of walks away, and he's like, "That's good shit." Mom and Dad start laughing. He's like, "That's good shit."
Remember the Squeeze It fruit? They came in like the Kool-Aid plastic bottles.
Right.
They were called Squeeze It.
Let me see. I think I do. I mean, I remember yellow writing, red writing.
Yeah.
I do remember those, yeah.
Those were like before
the Kool-Aid jammers. You know what they're called? They come in the same little plastic.
Fun Dips. They still make Fun Dips.
Oh, I'm sure.
Melody Pops. The suckers that you blew and they were whistling.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they
Melody Pops. Yeah, and all those little, give me my pizzeria chips. Come on. Who was the brand of that? Y'all need to step your freaking
I think it was
game
Pizzeria.
I think the brand was. Oh, remember Planters cheese balls,
dude.
And
the little cardboard.
Yeah, with the plastic.
Oh,
lid.
Yeah, with the yellow. Yeah.
I remember they tried to bring them back.
They weren't.
And I got really excited, and I was like, "Man, I ain't the same thing."
We used to buy. You can go to Walmart, and they have like a giant plastic jug of those.
Yes,
they're not as good, but they're still good enough. And I'll eat those.
The closest thing I've tasted that tastes like the Planters ones is the H-E-B brand.
Oh, yeah?
So the H-E-B brand chips, they have cheese balls that are like the same size. They're small, and they're like, say, extreme cheddar on them.
Mm.
They're the close. They're and they have a jalapeno one too.
What
So it was Kellogg's.
What are your? Oh, was it? Wow.
No, Keebler. It was Keebler. Introduced in 91. Sons of bitches. How would you ever discontinue those? There's no way.
Well, I mean, just because you and I ate them.
Everybody I
I
talked
feel like
to
everybody
is from our age.
everybody
They're
in
like,
school ate them. Yeah, but
they were like, those were the. I'm trying to see when they discontinued them. Yeah, Keebler made them. Keebler, remember they were big commercials with the Keebler old cookies.
did you ever try those Vlasic pickle cheese balls?
I have not.
They're good. I mean, they taste like a pickle. I mean, you can't go wrong with the pickle. Did you ever taste the Flamin' Hot pickle flavored Cheetos?
No,
dude, those are good
I
too.
haven't seen them yet, but I haven't. Really
Yeah, like that was that one thing that I told you I found them and finally, and those are fucking good too.
All right, so it's time for. This is going to be a hard one.
Okay, that's what she said.
Welcome to Danny and Blake's Death Corner, sponsored by
I started early.
us. So we got a big one. There's only one, but it's a very big one, and this one hurt.
Hit you hard.
I think it hit anybody our age hard. I mean, Val Kilmer, the Iceman, Doc Holliday, passed away at 65. I think 65.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knew he had lung cancer for a long time, and they said he had beat it, and then they said he died of pneumonia. But I'm like,
I thought he had something with his throat.
He had throat cancer.
Okay.
And they said he had beat it, but then he died of pneumonia. So I'm like, is that linked up? Maybe. I mean,
maybe.
But man, to me, our generation, one of the best.
He was one of the.
I mean, so Doc Holliday, in Tombstone, that you've never seen, that you need to be berated till you watch that. He was so genius in that.
He's the one that was sick. Lunger. Hey, Lunger.
Doc Holliday, yeah. He was dying of well, that's weird. He was dying of tuberculosis, too.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's why they said Doc was so deadly, because he was fast. But they said what made him like the best gunfighter. He had nothing to lose. He was dying already.
Yeah.
So if he died in a gunfight, what did he care?
So there's always scenes that I see. In the one scene, they're in the saloon, and he's talking shit about him looking bad. He's like, "What are you talking about? I've never felt better."
So
in my life.
So you got Johnny Ringo, who
look, it's Johnny Ringo.
Yeah. So he was one of the. Everybody knew him as a fast gunfighter. Everybody knows who Doc Holliday is. Doc Holliday was a drunk because he just drunk because he had tuberculosis. So he was a gambler and all that stuff, but he was a gunfighter too. Doc Holliday, by the way, because he was a dentist before he turned gunfighter and gambler.
Right.
But in that scene, he's all drunk and looking pretty bad,
sweating his ass off,
and that
coughing into.
First, they're kind of messing with Wyatt Earp, and he's like, because they're like, lawman, don't go around here. He's like, I'm retired. And Johnny Ringo sees Doc standing there, and he's like, "You retired too?" And he's like, "Not me. I'm in my prime." And he's like, "You look at." Doc starts speaking Latin. Ringo starts speaking Latin back to him. And you can see Doc is kind of surprised at first because he knows Latin,
right?
And he's like, "You must be Johnny Ringo. Look, honey, Johnny Ringo, the deadliest man, they say, since Wild Bill, blah, blah." And then when they start speaking Latin, he's like, because at first Doc Holliday's like, "Should I hate him?" She goes, "You don't even know him." He goes, "I don't know, something around the eyes." He goes, "Apparently Mr. Ringo's an educated man. Now I really hate him." And Ringo pulls his gun out and kind of spins it.
Yeah, and he does it with a cup.
Yeah. And he has so many great one-liners. Like, he's shit-faced, and they're fixing to get a gunfight. And the one guy he was talking to earlier, he pulls a gun on him, and he's like, "You music lover, you're next." And he's like, the drunk piano player, because he was playing piano. He's like, "You're so drunk, you can't shoot straight. In fact, I think you're seeing double." And he goes, "Well, I got two guns, one for each." Just so many one-liners. I'm your Huckleberry,
I'm your Huckleberry.
But that...
Which is... Like, that's a point of contention in the movie,
well,
right?
There was people saying that
because forever it's been, "I'm your Huckleberry."
That's what he was saying.
But everybody's like, no.
No, they're
I'm
wrong.
Your Hucklebearer.
They're wrong, because they did say that was a saying back there. But they actually interviewed like Val Kilmer. He's like, "No, I was saying I'm your Huckleberry."
Yeah.
But there was a saying that I'm your Hucklebearer, which meant
you're like a pallbearer.
Yeah,
because the
Hucklebearer
but is a thing.
He said, "I was saying I'm your Huckleberry" in the movie.
The Hucklebearer is like the person that carries
basically
it on the side of the casket, right? Yeah.
But no, he said I was saying Huckleberry. So that's just one movie. But then you got The Doors. He was great as Jim Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Never
people in The Doors, like the actual band members, were like they were.
Can I get a beer while you're over there?
They said when they saw him singing, they were creeped out by it and everything. Like he just reminded them, he was so. He looked like him. He acted like him because he was one of them guys that really studied who he was playing, and he kind of went into it like
a method actor. If you
like
will.
Sam Elliott said, like we'd be on the set of Tombstone. He said, here come Val Kilmer show up in his flip flops and kind of almost looking like hippie, going to the dressing room. And he said when he come out dressed, he was Doc Holliday, and he just stayed Doc Holliday. Real genius from the 80s. I don't know if you ever... Have you not seen any movies?
Real Genius sounds familiar.
It was an 80s movie. It's a bunch of smart kids in college, and they're doing... But Val Kilmer was like... He was a genius, but he was also like off the wall a little bit too.
Okay.
The Heat. That's with him and De Niro and Al Pacino's in it. Willow... Mad Mardigan was one of his first.
Right.
And then, of course, Iceman, Top Gun. Mm-hmm. You could be my wingman anytime. Bullshit.
No, bullshit. You're my wingman.
Yeah. You could be mine. I mean, maybe a little gay feeling there. You know, some people say there's a little.
Have you seen?
But I mean,
have you seen where they showed his last post on social media? Mm-mm. Have you seen that? So, and I haven't seen like the whole video, but like there was a painting of Batman.
We're Batman.
I think it was a painting, and then like there was a guy that looked like he was creating a very large Batman mask, and then Val Kilmer.
Oh, he puts it on.
Puts the mask
I saw that
on,
picture.
and it's like,
I saw that picture.
Yeah, so he had put that on, and he had said something to the camera, and like that was the last thing he ever posted on. But that was a couple years ago, I think.
Well, remember he was in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
and
he was.
Yeah, the new one.
I haven't seen it.
You ever seen the first one?
I think I have.
God damn. So in the second one, it was a long time coming, like 20 years later.
Yeah.
Like everybody's been talking about. Tom Cruise has been wanting to do Top Gun Maverick for a long time.
Did he have a speaking role?
See, here's what I'm getting to. So
yeah,
Tom Cruise was a very big. They said that was one of the things he was pushing for. Like he said, Val Kilmer has to be in this movie at some point. People are like, well, he can't really talk right now. He's bad on the lung cancer.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't care.
Longer.
He's got to be in this movie. So they wrote his part as he had like lung cancer. And when Tom Cruise's character goes to see him, he kind of is typing to him through like a computer.
Oh, yeah.
But he actually does say something to him finally. But I think they add somebody else's voice in there. And it's kind of... And then he dies in the movie, like...
Oh, yeah. Oof.
But,
well, like,
no.
so I'd seen some videos and stuff on it, read some articles and shit. And they were like, he still did movies, but did not have speaking parts in the movies.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, that's kind of hard to do, I would assume.
There's another movie called The Saint that he was genius in, 90s movie.
Mm-hmm.
One that some people might... He did a series called Comanche Moon. It was a Western, kind of a prequel to like Lonesome Dove. Mm-hmm. He was great in that. If you ain't seen it and you like Westerns, and you like Val Kilmer, and you like Lonesome Dove, watch Comanche Moon if you can find it.
Lonesome Dove, was that a... That
was like a miniseries
show. Yeah, that was a... Yeah.
And Comanche Moon was kind of done like that. It came out like probably around like 2005 or something, and it was kind of the same way where I did like a miniseries.
Huh.
But Val Kilmer played like their crazy captain of the Texas Rangers who gets captured by Indians, and he shaves his head. And he played like this off the wall dude. But he was greatness in it. But
I guarantee I haven't seen that.
The shame is with him is how great he was in Tombstone. Like everybody talks about, it's one of the best acting performances I've ever seen. Was him playing Doc Holliday. He didn't even...
So I'm honestly going to have to watch that.
You have to.
Okay.
It's
I've seen so many clips of it.
No, but you got to watch it from start to finish. The cast, Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, Powers Booth, who if you saw his picture, you'd know who he was. Billy Zane is in it. Guy from Titanic. The prick from Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
He's in it. He plays like an actor that's kind of...
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But just the cast was unbelievable. The storyline, that was just... It's just a... And it's only Resident Guy. It's a guy freaking movie, right? Like it's like... Mm-hmm. Everybody got the killer mustaches.
Me too.
But I mean... No, you have to watch.
Okay.
But he did not even get an Oscar nomination for that movie.
I'll do that before we record next.
All right. And yeah, come back with it. And just,
If it's on something that I have.
let's just see.
If
I have the DVD.
If I have
I
to
don't know
rent
if you have
it,
a DVD player.
I don't. If I have to rent it, I'm definitely not watching it. And I do not have a DVD player.
It's worth. Just, says it's on Hulu, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
Yeah, it says on Disney Plus. It says on Hulu too.
I have both of those, so I'm gonna pull up Disney Plus while we're here. We have plans next week.
Yes, we do. Oh wait, we got to leave the. That was Daniel and Blake's Death Corner. You got that nailed now. You don't have to
Dude,
record.
hey, I got it.
Damn, that's just money.
Tombstone. So we've got plans next weekend.
We do. So I don't know. I think I've talked about it on the podcast.
We did talk about it.
When I had my Aunt Nancy's funeral, we went down. It's on there. Sweet. Got to watch it. Put that on your watch list.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's so
maybe.
good. It's so good.
Okay.
I've seen that movie. No shit. I guarantee you, I've probably watched that movie.
It's 2 hours long.
It's good. Don't worry about it. I've probably watched that movie I'm talking from start to finish, easily 50 times. I mean, easily.
Well, it's 1993, so that's not. I'm not impressed now.
But I mean, it's great.
I mean, that's 30 years you had.
No, but I'm not saying easily from start to finish 50 times. I can't tell you how many times I've
Partially watched it?
Yeah. It's one of the movies like any time it's on, it's going to suck me in. It's just a great movie. But just watch it. What were we saying? Oh,
Next weekend.
Went down to Aunt Nancy's funeral a few months ago in Poteet, where my grandma's family's from. And
I thought you said we were leaving Death Corner.
we did. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
You son of a bitch.
R.I.P.
God. So I hadn't been down there in a long time, probably 5 or 6 years. And I think the last time I went down there was a freaking funeral, you know.
Yep.
But this time we went in the Poteet and walked around, went to some family member's house, and I've seen a lot of people I hadn't seen. And I was like, man, it just got me very nostalgic, very nostalgic. And they have this big strawberry festival every year in Poteet. I've seen Travis Tritt, Doug Stone, Little Texas, you name it. You know, I've seen Blake Shelton back when in the younger days. And we always used to go there. Hell, half my family would like work the festival, like do some part, like working the gate or being with the committee or something like that. So it got me very nostalgic. So when I came back from the funeral and got back home, I told Chas and the girls, I said, we're going to the Strawberry Festival this year. I said, I haven't been since I was probably 15. Audrey had went when she was real little, like probably 7 or 8, with my mom. Had went down there with some, and they took Audrey along. And so she barely remembers it. Taylor's never been, Chas never been. So I was like, we're going. And then talked about it on the podcast. So I was like, hell, anybody should come. And y'all were like, hell, we'll go.
Well, I said yes.
Yeah. Talk before you ever
talk to Sasha.
And I mean, and I sent a late text out this week because I was hell bent at the beginning, and then you know how life goes, you don't talk about it, and then it's like, we're going. Are we going? I don't know. We're going. And finally I was like, okay, we're going for sure.
Yeah.
We're going for sure. And that's when I sent out that text, because I was like, we're going for sure. For sure we're going. And so y'all are in.
Yep.
And it ought to be. So do you have a...
No, so if we record,
Yes.
it'll be from
Yes.
around the Poteet area,
Yes.
which I'm saying if.
So
we're gonna record something.
So people, if you don't look at a map, a Poteet is like
South of San Antonio?
20 minutes south of San Antonio.
Right.
Very small town.
He has hyped this festival up.
And I've told
I swear to God, if it's not what he made it out to be, and if I go down there and it's just another little small town festival, I'm going to punch him.
I know it's better than the small town festival.
Have you looked at the weather?
I have not.
So it's rainy around here.
It's going to be hot, probably.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Ain't going to be raining down there, probably.
So I'm currently looking at the weather. Now, it's going to change, obviously.
Yeah.
It's going to push out. It says rain.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, And Sunday.
What's the percentage?
5%.
Nah, we'll be good.
But it's going to be like 890.
Yeah, it's always a little.
Yep.
It was always a little warmer down there, South Texas. We're not too far from the border. That's what we always did.
You're really far. San Antonio's not close to the border.
It's way closer than we are.
Well, yeah, but it's not close.
No, it's way closer than you think. You can be there in 3 hours.
That's still a good ways.
Not really. We're driving freaking 4.5 to get there. But that's what we used to do, like our family vacation, because we didn't have any freaking money. We'd drive
Ours
down
was Houston, so
we'd drive down to San Antonio. We'd go to Poteet, meet up with people, stay at people's family members' houses in Poteet, go back into San Antonio, walk the Riverwalk and stuff. It was during the summer, so it wasn't during like the Strawberry Festival.
right.
And then we'd stay there a couple of days and continue on to Corpus Christi and stay at always the same hotel. It was Sandy Shores Hotel. I wonder if it's even still there.
In Corpus Christi?
In Corpus Christi. That was always the
Let's
one.
find out.
We always stayed at the same hotel, and it was right on the beach in Corpus, and that was our summer vacation every year.
Sandy Shores Hotel, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Is it still there?
I don't know. Let's see. Took me to Priceline, all these other hotel sites.
I'd be amazed.
Sandy Shores Hotel, Corpus Christi. Nothing but beach between you and the water.
It was right on the beach.
There's the
It's still there?
There's the address.
Is there a sign?
Let me. I'm just looking at articles.
I kind of remember the sign. The sign was like tan and it had a shell on it.
Is that the place?
Yes. Oh, it's still there.
I mean, it looks nice. It looks like they've upgraded it.
That thing
That looks nice.
I don't remember that. That's new.
Well, this says
I just
the
remember
Cardboard American Motel Archive.
Because I just remember it was a hotel right on the beach, and for some reason that's the one we always stayed at.
Did it look similar to that?
Yes.
Okay.
It was always right. That for some reason that's the one we always stayed at.
Oh, is that what the sign kind of looked like?
No,
Sandy Shores Motel, Corpus Christi Beach.
that's a newer sign.
This looks like a sign from 1933.
I remember it being like a tan sign, and the writing and the shell was like almost white, like the yeah, that's it. Holy shit!
Sandy Shores.
It's
a Best Western Sandy Shores.
It wasn't a Best West. It was
A
just
real
said,
beach resort for Texas.
man. That's the one we always stayed at. And I guarantee if we were,
that's a Matchbox, is what that is.
and I guarantee if we were staying there, it couldn't have been the top end place because we didn't have
course
that kind
it
of
was.
money. But the food's always great down there, if you like seafood.
Don't like it. I mean, I do, but again, I've said I've been to the coast so many times, and the seafood is never great when I'm down there.
But that was always where we went, and we always had a blast. And that was our summer vacations. We'd always at least go down there twice. It would be summer vacation, and we'd hit up Poteet on the way.
Yep.
And then we'd always try to go for the Strawberry Festival.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I was probably 15 the last time I went.
I've never been to the Peach Festival, and you're taking me
It's-
4 hours away to the
Peach
Strawberry
Festival's-
Festival.
Last time I went to Peach Festival, it was a beating.
Huh.
I remember it was hot as
Yeah,
hell.
that's just 20 minutes
I remember it was
east of us.
so hot, and there was so many people. Now this thing's
Well, it's in
like
July.
this thing is rides out the ass. They have tons of rides.
Yeah.
I remember we always liked this ride called like the Crazy Town or something, and you sit in this like big chair that sat two people, and it went around like this, but the chairs also did this,
yeah.
and the lights went up, and they played like the most popular music that was going on. And I remember I saw that ride once at State Fair, Texas. Was there?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, they got Crazy Town too, just like when I was little, just like Poteet. But no, I remember it being pretty good size back then, and from what I hear from talking to relatives, it's bigger than it ever was back then. Like back then, it was on what you call like carnival ground, so just dirt.
Yeah.
And they'd set up and everything. But now they have like permanent like concrete poured and everything for it and everything.
Yeah.
And they always have big bands playing like a little playlist for you.
Oh, yeah, all the people that are playing there. The Mexican OT.
Mexican OT is like
Was that Friday night or was that Saturday? I don't remember that. There was Rick Trevino, I think, was there. rose-colored glasses. John Conley was going to be there.
Man, I've never got to see him
Because I was telling you, he was like the opener, and I'd be mad if I'm him, but he's obviously
So
not.
featuring main stage, it doesn't really say what days.
Yeah.
So it says main stage. One's going to be Friday night, one's going to be Saturday night, probably. One main stage is William Beckham, William Clark Green,
Yep.
Mark Wells, who you might remember him. He was a 90s country like Don't Laugh at Me.
Yeah. Don't laugh at me.
And John Conley. That's like
Rose-colored glasses, Friday Night Blues.
That's one. And then one other set list is Salido. I can't pronounce that name. DJ Heavyweight, Lil Keek, and That Mexican OT. Like that's
Yeah.
And I assume that's probably because he don't go until 11:30.
So I bet the
assume
first
that's
one's
Saturday
Friday.
night.
That's Saturday night. Yeah.
So you get, but you can do your what do you call the dance that you when you start going?
Cumbia?
Yeah, you can do your cumbia there, and
yeah.
they always have great. Okay, so they have multiple. Those are the main stages. Lions Club stage, Rick Trevino.
Yeah, that's.
That guy's a.
Yeah.
There's 3 main stages going on.
So it's a pretty big festival.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Okay. Well, we'll
big,
see.
It's big time. They even have like a kind of a little mini rodeo that goes on, and they have like a big arts and crafts. I remember one of my favorite purchases I ever bought there was a freeze dried rattlesnake.
Dude, you kept talking about that, and the more
Man.
you talked about it, and as I'm listening while editing, I'm like, a freeze dried
For some reason, I wanted it.
What is it? Well, I don't.
It's a real snake that they freeze dried, so it's like almost like you'd get like a stuffed fish.
If you buy freeze dried candy, it's puffy.
No, this thing looked like. So it was like. It basically was like when you get a fish mounted.
Yeah.
Like how it feels.
Yeah.
That's how it was, but it was a rattlesnake. So it looked like.
Let's see if I can find something online.
And I could be wrong calling it freeze dried because I was a little kid when I got it.
Yeah, just when you say. No, I mean this. So it's showing freeze dried rattlesnakes.
Yeah, that's how they look. That's how they look.
Yeah, it's just like a rattlesnake that is.
It's a real rattlesnake.
Almost looks taxidermy.
Yeah, that's what it is, pretty much. But they call it freeze dried for
Look
some
at that.
reason.
That one's got his fangs out.
Yeah,
there.
no, you'll see them all over the place. So I bought one that was laid out on the ground, looked like it was crawling. Right.
Some of these look terrible though.
Some of them look, but most of them look like real snakes. Like if you look down,
Look like something like that would be cool.
So I bought one that was just completely
Mouth
flattened
open like it's striking.
I bought one that was completely flattened out that looked like it was just crawling with his rattler up. And for some reason, I wanted that as a kid one year. Like I was like, I had to have it. It was about this long, and it was kind of.
Yeah.
Man, I tortured so many people with it. My
By
grandparents.
this long, you're just like 3 foot long.
But yeah, my
So not everybody's listening on video.
Oh,
watching
sorry.
on video.
They're tough shit. But I tortured it because I just throw it down and see who would I just drop it behind people and see who freak out. You know, I was like 11 years old and I just had to have this snake. And my mom, she said, you were relentless. You just had to have it, so we had to buy it for you.
God. And so how old were you then?
10 or 11.
Yeah,
And
so
I
back
just-
then that's probably pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Now that thing's probably $70.
Back then that thing was probably like $10 or something. But I just tortured. I just wait, and if we was a big crowd like family, I just throw it down on the floor, hide it in the shower.
So where's it at now?
Fuck, I don't know. Hide it in the shower before people go, but I just thought it was the coolest thing
So
ever.
did you do? Because now it is April 4th. Did you do any April Fool's pranks?
I
forgot.
did small ones, but no big
I forgot
ones.
all about it. I had shit planned for my kids that I was gonna do and forgot all fucking about it.
I did little ones at work, but nothing big, you know,
Yeah.
because people are kind of onto it a little bit. Audrey had a couple of friends that tried to get her, but she said it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she said I was already.
I was prepared.
Yeah.
Shit.
No. So, but there was quite a few. There was birthdays on April 1st.
Let me go pee, and then we'll get into that.
But you're gonna leave me by myself. This will be This will be a good edit spot, I guess. Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's just me. Just me sitting there by myself.
So April 1st birthdays?
Oh, one of our biggest guests, always. I don't know if you know him. He's got big fingers.
They look like big, strong.
From what I hear, he was That's why he was the ladies' man. Was
That's right.
them thing.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
Happy belated birthday, Mr.
David
Blue.
Blue.
I always forget that. So Chas's dad's birthday's April 1st too. Jerry Hopkins out there, and we were.
You know, I knew it was his birthday. I never really realized it was April 1st.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't realize
like
it
it
was
doesn't
April
click
1st.
till it happens. Like, oh yeah,
He's an April Fool's baby.
yeah. So it could not be his birthday.
He
It
could
could just be the fullest ruse ever. Like it's the longest April Fool's joke of all time. He's lied to us every year. His family, everything. Like Billy doesn't even know. Like it's just like.
What if that?
And then on his deathbed, he's gonna be like, "Remember, my birthday was April 1st." I'd be like, "April Fools," and just go. That'd be like the best April Fools ever.
What is it? What if that was a prank his parents did to him and just
And he finds
never
out
corrected
it's April
it?
2nd. And then we went to Refs that night, and because the girls are obsessed with the chicken wraps now. Dylan's the one that introduced, and they're all pretty good. Refs have hail.
Oh,
Hail.
Introduce that to who?
Us, me first. We went there one time, and Dylan was there, and he's like eating a grilled chicken wrap, and he said they're so good, and we ordered one, and he's right, they're pretty damn good. So now Audrey and Chas are both hooked on them. Audrey likes the crispy chicken.
Of course.
She's gonna go only as healthy as she can.
It's a wrap, okay?
But they are good. It's pretty good. So we went there to the girls. I want that chicken wrap. I was like, well, I can drink beer while we're there.
I don't know why we're doing this though.
But while as they they were singing "Happy Birthday" to somebody over there. I said, That's the third birthday I knew that day." It's like, geez. But yeah, Mr. David Blue is 51. Ooh. Thought it was bad last year. God, he thought we'd been messing with him being old. 51? He didn't even just barely break it in. Now he's in.
Yeah, he's in.
Just in. I mean, when you're listening to this, David, I bet you're probably listening to this and your back's hurting or something. I don't know.
Had to get hearing aids.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got the volume turned up full blast, and he's sitting right up on the screen so he can see. I mean, I don't know.
You know what's funny though is no glasses
Yeah.
that we know of.
Well, I mean,
No issues hearing
no.
that we know of. You know, he
Billy might say otherwise.
he gets around. Yeah, he gets around just fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's for an old bastard.
He's in shape.
Yeah, I mean, he can. Anytime we need really any kind of real work done, we have to call
That's the guy
David.
we
I mean,
call.
that's the guy. I mean, this shop that we're sitting in, he had a lot to do with.
Yeah,
And I think the other shop had a lot to do with.
he did. My house. Mm-hmm. There are many other houses around here.
No, he's way more talented as a man than we are. Like,
Whoa.
I'm talking like not in the bed. I mean, besides those digits are pretty. But I mean, all this kind of builds
He
shit.
builds things out of
Electric,
metal and brawn.
Yeah, brother. I have a house full of mahogany.
My house smells of
Yeah.
mahogany books.
I mean, David's a little old school, right?
Yeah.
Which he's older than us, so that's why he thinks he's cool and stuff. But you were just, you're just older. That's what they did back then. That's what I hear. But no, happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Dave.
I don't know what you're doing right now. You're probably sitting in a hotel somewhere.
Naked.
Probably.
Or at least in your underwear.
Yeah. He's probably naked. David Blue, he's probably still wears the whitey tighties with that age, How hard they like them.
I like to think that he's wearing like those bikini briefs.
Ooh, jockeys.
The ones that have just like the strap around the
Oh, like the
it's got just
you're talking like
the holder up front.
like the string bikini.
Yeah.
Not just like bikini briefs, like the string ones.
Right.
Ooh,
So you got the V up front and the V in the back.
That's an
and the
image,
string
right?
on the
That's an
side.
image right there. That's an image that only Billy gets to see. Hopefully.
So we had a fun time last night, though.
Yeah, we did. First time I've ever done it.
I've done it since inception, since its first iteration, I guess, here in Mineral Wells. So this is, and I didn't know this. This is done all over the place. So there's an organization called Children's Alliance Center.
Yes.
And they help fight against child abuse.
Yeah.
And they help prevent child abuse. They help get people put into, I guess, prison or jail or whatever when they commit child abuse.
As they should.
Right. So they do an event every year, and it's their big event for the year. It's bags, badges, and bingo.
What did Dylan call it?
Bags, backpacks, and something else.
You have the text.
Oh.
What did he call it? He called it something good. That was a good.
Because we saw his mom there.
Yeah, and we took a picture
with him and I sent it to him, and he was like, he goes, "Are you at the bags, purses, and backpack thing?"
Yeah. So very good cause. Very big
so what
event.
it is, I don't know, but here it's 10 bingo games. For each bingo game, somebody donates a designer handbag.
And some of these things are
pricey,
really like $2,000 purses, pretty much.
Yeah. And then like every third game, they give away a Louis Vuitton, but they sell tickets.
They basically raffle it off.
Yeah, they raffle it off.
Yeah.
So they sell tickets for each, so many tickets for this bag, so many tickets for that one, so many tickets for that one. It used to be only one, and then it went to 2, and then it went to 3.
They stepped the game up.
Last year, they gave away 3, and then because there were so many people wanting tickets, they said, if we can get another, whatever it is, 100 people, 60 people, whatever it is, to buy tickets, we'll purchase another one of your choice of the 3 that are here for the winner.
Yeah.
And you'll get it.
And
they did that, and
of course
the winner. So one bingo, each purse is assigned to one bingo game.
Yes.
So game number 1, this is the purse you're playing for, and so that's the bags part of it, the bingo part of it. The badges is they have firefighters, local police, highway patrol, sheriff's deputies, EMT.
Basically,
anybody that's in
any local law enforcement or fire and rescue, anything
fire and
like
rescue.
that's going to be.
So they have one person that models the bag before the game. And by model the bag, I want you to think of
They hit a runway.
Yeah. The way I describe it is, this is how I imagine women are in a strip club.
Yes.
Like when the males are dancing,
Yes.
La Bear, stuff like
Yes.
that. This is how I imagine it is.
Yeah, like you've never seen it before.
They
not from not from firsthand or anything.
They're up there, and the guys, I play a song for them.
Yes.
Which is the reason why I've been there since day one. I play a song, and I always ask them, "Hey, do you have a song you want?"
And some will say yes, and then some will say just
and
pick
sometimes
one.
they'll say yes, and it's a terrible song, and I
No.
won't play that one.
No,
I'll play you
no,
another
yeah.
song. So I'll play a song for them to dance to, shake their stuff,
Yes.
and all the money that is donated while
Yes.
they're on stage,
Yes.
thrown at them,
Yes.
put in pants,
That goes to the
purse,
same thing.
all that money goes right back to the charity.
Yeah. And they raise a lot of money, it looks like.
So a lot of those, there's a lot of good competition between the people that are modeling the bag.
Yes. Everybody wants to see who can get the most.
Now you always have the few that are just there to walk with the bag.
There's some that
they don't dance.
They know
at
it's
all.
a good cause. They've agreed to do it, but they're like, I'm not. I'm going to walk out there and just show the bag, and I'm going to walk
And I'm
off.
done.
I'm not going to dance to the music or anything like that.
Right.
But then there's some.
And every year, there's always the one that is gonna get the money.
Yeah.
It's gonna get the crowd going. And so, like the first year, there was a couple of good ones, and then every year there's because there's people that come like some of their buddies that are also in the fire department or law enforcement, whatever. They come watch.
Yeah.
And so they see, and then like the next year, maybe they're the ones that do it,
Yeah.
and they're like, I know what happened last
Yeah,
year.
I know what
I
I-
want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I want to outdo what they did last year.
Yeah.
And so the best one that we'd ever had, there was a young lady that worked for the fire department, EMT fire department. I don't remember which one she was. I'm going to say fire department because
A lot of them have to do both. Like
yeah,
a lot of them you have to do EMT for a certain time before you can become a firefighter.
right.
So,
I only say fire department because every time she danced, she had the fireman uniform stuff on. Dude,
she worked it.
she was phenomenal. She worked it so good, and they threw so much money at her. And so she was there, she was there like 1 year. She skipped the next year. She was there for like the next 2, and she skipped. But she put on a great show. Like she did what you're supposed to do.
What you do.
Right. And so this year there were two women that walked.
Yeah.
One was a mineral wells officer.
Yes.
The other one was with the sheriff's department,
boss,
Palo Pinto County Sheriff's Department. And I told them both, I'm like, typically, the ladies are the ones that make all the money.
Yeah.
So, and one was like, "I'm your age. I'm not doing that. I've got to
Yeah.
work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull
But
something."
she still did get
She
up
did
there.
fine. No, she did great.
She got up there and danced and stuff.
And so the other girl was like, "I guarantee you," and she did okay.
No, but she gave an effort.
Yeah, she gave an effort. She
Yeah.
did okay. But I was like, "No, you've really got to get into it."
Yeah.
She's like, "But she looked like she was kind of young."
Yeah.
And so she did fine.
Yeah. But that, like,
But they brought in a retired.
yeah. So I don't know his name.
I have the.
I
don't know
refer
his
to him
name.
as the Silver Fox. So
Yes.
they say retired firefighter.
Firefighter.
He had the nice silver hair and the
He had a
trim
great
beard.
looking beard.
He's in the firefighter.
He was
pants.
good looking. I'm going to be honest with you.
Firefighter
He's a good-looking
pants,
man.
with the suspenders on over
Yeah.
it, and he had gloves on. And he's coming out
He
to
had like this not diamond, but
a little bedazzled
studded
looking kind of
purse.
thing. And he's coming out to Hot in Here.
well, he was like he didn't care the song.
Yeah.
But then somebody was like, "Get him a good song because he's going to put on a show."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay."
So
And
firefighter,
so I get
Hot in Here, all that.
yeah,
that
firefighter,
works,
hot in here, perfect.
Yeah.
So he starts going.
And he did that slow burn thing,
Yeah,
man.
he a perfect.
Yeah,
slow-
he
starts
It almost
walking.
seems like did he have a side hustle back in the day?
Right.
Like maybe this ain't
So
the first time.
he's like showing the purse off, his like gloves off. So he takes one glove off, tosses it
yeah.
over his shoulder, and they're stuffing,
Yeah. And
bills in
he
the
goes
purse.
down
stuff.
and walks back, and
He's just
second
slowly
glove, he takes it off with his teeth and
throws it.
And like
He has glasses on,
Yeah.
and so I look at him. I go, "What he needs to do is like just take the glasses and rip them off his face."
Yeah,
And then
right.
2
Like-
seconds later, he rips the glasses off.
and he
his-
folds them up, puts them in his pocket, and then it's slow burn suspender
Oh.
1, 2, and then he's and he's still, and then he starts.
So it's getting hot
Yeah.
in here.
He starts going like this,
Like it's getting hot.
and boom, and
A retired firefighter.
brother's pretty good shape, way better shape than us.
And so like by this time, like the ladies are up there and they're throwing money.
When he
And so like they've all kind of sat down,
And
and,
then-
typically you play about 30 seconds of the song.
and he's already like
No, he's
2
almost
minutes in.
full song.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's almost full song, and then he rips his shirt open,
and they all come
and they flood the
They all
stage,
come running.
throwing more money. So I have to almost restart
Yeah.
this. I mean, I just kind of skipped to the middle of the song.
But there's no way he didn't win.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
like I said, legend. He's going to be a legend for a
he
while.
absolutely.
And I don't know if he's single, married. I don't know.
Yeah,
If he's single,
not anymore.
he gonna have them ladies come. He got the ladies coming aboard. But I don't know your name. You will be known as the Silver Fox firefighter.
Great job, man.
But you made me feel ashamed about myself when I saw how good a shape you were in at a retired firefighter, and here's me sitting at 43, and just made me feel like it was funny and good. You made me feel like a fat walrus just sitting there.
Well, just so you know,
I was like,
we are not skinny.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
If I were to go inside the house and rip my shirt off, Tasha would go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but like, don't just put it back on.
Our wives were there.
yes, and they didn't need to see that.
They had a great
I
time.
think even Robin looked back at us, pointed at him,
Yeah.
and then pointed at both of us like,
Like, what's going
what's
on?
the deal? And I was like, just turn around and play your bingo. All right? I know it. Fat.
We get it.
I get it.
So
Yeah, that was a good time. I've never been.
I don't ask them to pay me.
Yeah, I mean, it's, well,
I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
like it is such a good time.
yeah.
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Like I said, I've heard about it for years, and Chas has gone for years. And
Yep.
they used to have it at I think the hangars where it first started.
Yep.
At my work.
Out where you work.
It was Clark Gardens for a couple of years
Moved-
after that,
yeah, moved-
and now it's been the Crazy
Yep.
for the last, I don't know, couple
3 years. Yeah. 3 or 4 years, I think. But so they're like, "Well, we feel bad for not paying you because they pay everybody else that's there doing things." I'm like, "Don't feel bad for
No,
whatever."
I mean-
I'm like, "How about we give you a couple tickets so you can invite whoever you want to invite, your wife." I'm like, "Well, her company buys a
Yeah,
table,
they already
so
she's already covered.
So yeah, she's already covered. So my mom, I started inviting my mom and my sister and giving them tickets, and they couldn't make it this year. So I gave them to Tristan's fiance,
Awesome.
and her sister went.
There you go.
So it's their first year to ever go. And Tasha, before, minus this year, she didn't win anything this year. But like the last 3 or 4 years, she's won at least one purse. There was one time she won 2 of them.
Damn.
And so my soon-to-be
Daughter-in-law.
First time there, she wins. And it's like a triple win because this one was like, it was a backpack, like a
And then a medium size and a small.
And then I call it a fanny pack, but it's really like the crossbody fanny pack thing that the kids are wearing nowadays.
Yeah.
And
Audrey's,
then like a clutch.
Yeah, Audrey's got the
Whatever that is, yeah.
It's like a fanny pack, but they wear it this way.
They wear it
much.
across their body.
Yeah.
Maybe they call it a crossbody. I don't know what it's called.
Probably.
So she won she got a triple dip out of it, you know?
Hell yeah.
She was very
So
excited.
yeah, she was. She's like, I won. I won.
She's so excited she won. And that was the younger firefighter, I think,
I
right?
have no idea.
Yeah. That was one of the guys that walked the stage and then walked right
he's
off.
like,
He was done.
You know, good to see you.
He goes, he told me, he goes, when you start the music, I'm going to walk the stage and then I'm walking off the other side and I'm done. And I go, no, you got to, he's like, nope, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, there was one guy, he was dressed in civilian clothes. Mm-hmm. I think he was a law enforcement of some kind.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
standing next. He was standing next to us for a while. He had just told us pick a song, and he was one of them guys that I'm just gonna walk up there and walk down, and we're just messing with him the whole time, saying, you know, you gotta.
We're like just easy, just little.
I said just a
pelvic
little.
thrust.
I said little, and I was like, just. You know, just
lick your fingers
and
tweak your nipples,
rub them a little bit. I said, take that purse and put it between the. And he's like, I'm not going to do any of that.
He goes, I'm not doing anything y'all suggest.
And I heard that his buddies still harassed him a little bit by pictures.
So he doesn't live
he's
here.
holding a Jacksboro.
Yeah, he lives in Jacksboro, 30, 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
He goes, somebody took a picture of him and sent it to his
Hold,
buddies.
just him holding the purse.
And his
much.
buddies are all sending him nice purse, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, just basically talking shit to him. He goes, you think I'm going to do anything y'all say?
You might as well embrace it, man. You're up there.
Right.
You're up there. Just go.
Dude, it's always such a good time, though. And if you've never been, whether it's here or, I mean, other towns do it. For the ladies.
And like I said, it's raising money for a great
cause.
I mean,
but go to a bags, badges, and bingo event.
Yeah.
It is. I assume there's got to be at least what ours is, if not better. Sometimes I don't know,
yeah.
But it is a great time. I
That
enjoy
one
it.
I remember I peeked in at one of the first ones at the hangar, like maybe it was the second or third one.
Yep.
Because I was at work and it was ending, and then I said, I'm going to walk over and just take a peek in. I think I talked to you a little bit when
Yep.
you and Nick were there or something.
Yep.
And the amount of people that were in that thing
Mm-hmm.
was insane.
So that first year they had like 5 or 6 sponsors that sponsored. So they got their tables and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was like all open,
yeah.
like all like
Yeah, there was
90% of it was open to the public.
And there were so many people there.
Yeah,
like
it was
this,
insane.
Like this hangar's big, and it was full.
And then every year they've gotten so big that most of the tables are sponsored now.
Yeah.
And they don't get as many just individuals buying tickets
Yeah,
for
there's
it.
not, as you call freelancers, there's pretty much everybody there's at a table.
Right.
And most of all the tables,
Or sponsored.
I think all of them probably are by this point.
Yeah.
And they got to raise like in
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of open seating anymore.
No, I don't know.
Until they find a big, they're going to have to find a bigger venue to open it up for more.
They're going to get, because they were almost, there was a little bit of space left, but that was pretty full.
Mm-hmm. No, it's packed. It's a packed house. It's not too packed, but
No, but I mean,
they cram the tables in there.
they could probably fit maybe 2 or 3 more tables in
Maybe.
that sucker, and you're done. And then you
Yeah.
can't really walk.
Right.
Because that takes that outer.
And then one of my favorite things, and it's happened every year. The people in the back can't hear.
And I'm like, there's no way.
The
Because
people in the back can't hear. And it's since day one, it's been the exact same reason why they can't hear. But go ahead. Tell them.
I mean, we did a sound check before, and I walked back there when it wasn't going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're checking volume.
Yep.
No feedback, blah, blah, blah. It sounds good. And then the first time they start griping about hearing, I said, I'm going to take a stroll at the very far corner.
Yep.
I get back there. I'm hearing everything fine. Like, I'm not even having to strain to hear. I'm hearing everything. And I told you, I said, "No, it's good." And then, sure enough, the next time, they're all gossiping with each other and not paying attention.
All the ladies are talking so much, and like even the small chatter.
Yeah.
But when 3 people at this table and 3 people at that table, and there's 40 tables in there, and you got 3 people, 4, 5 people at every table chattering while the bingo's going on, that gets real.
And
loud.
then you got the drinks mixing in,
yeah.
and boy, the more drinks, the louder. They're there to have fun. I get it, cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's boards up on there there's 2 boards that got the numbers too.
Right.
And
So
I guess they were having the most trouble at the beginning. It was bingo, but then when he slowed down and started,
he was going fast at first.
It was the raffle tickets, right? Like, because they were saying like some ladies would have like 20 raffle tickets.
Oh, some of them had even more than that. Yeah,
and they're having to look through all of them too.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. They bingo for one purse, and then for every game, there's a bonus purse they give away on a raffle.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, so you buy raffle tickets, whatever, and
like I said, there's no telling how much money they raise.
Oh, no doubt at all.
Because everything's donated.
That thing is huge.
Because everything there's donated that they're selling or using.
But I told you it's a great time.
Oh yeah, like I said, that one year I'd peeked in at the hangar and kind of walked around and talked to y'all, and I was like, damn, there's a lot of people.
When I started doing it, I didn't know what it was. It was just like, okay, whatever it is, and giving purses away and bingo, cool. And then I saw what it was. I'm like, oh, this is a fun time. And then year 2 got better.
I mean, how many years is it now? It's got to be close to 10.
Yeah, it's got to be
it
somewhere
has to be,
around
there was
10.
There was like 3 or 4 at the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
A couple,
2 or 3 at Clark Gardens, and then everything else.
Now
there's
been like 3 here.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah. So we're
going for a while.
year 10.
But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
We're cracking up.
Dude, it's so good.
I'd never been, but something to do, hang out. It's basically the same thing we're doing here, but we hadn't have a little bit more responsibilities of muting mics and unmuting mics, and you mute the wrong one, and then you mute because that's not ours. That's not the switchboard we use. And
every year they've had a different MC. The first couple of years was like the same person, and then there was one year that I was the MC, which is fine, whatever. Had a good time. But this year they brought the morning host from Radio Ranch, Elle.
Yes.
You hear her voice on the Radio Ranch. I guess Monday through Friday in the morning show.
Yeah, she does the morning shows.
Great, she was awesome.
Yeah,
had a great time.
Yeah, and she was right next to us. So she'd lean over and be like, "So can I tell like jokes like that are kind of like risque, I guess, or something, or do I need to be reserved?" And you're like,
"I'm like,
no, let it
whatever
rip.
you want to say.
Let it rip. These ladies are here to have fun."
They had a lady one year, and I won't say what year it was, last year, that she spoke very loud, which is perfect, but she was so over the top, where it's almost like she was yelling at people,
yelling in a microphone.
Yelling, but she has a loud voice as it is, and just yelling. So it was too much. Like even like people were texting me going, "Can we tell her to stop?" Like while they're dancing, it's okay to have a little commentary, but she is yelling
just talking
the entire time.
You can't even hear the music. Like just talking.
No, right. So I mean, it takes the right person.
And plus,
because there's a difference between getting the crowd involved and involving yourself into the crowd.
Basically taking over the show pretty much.
Right.
I got to pee now.
Okay, you're fine. Anyway, but great time.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be there for hopefully many years to come.
No, I do it every year.
Yeah.
And I've told them, I'm like, as long as you'll have me, I'll keep doing it. And, it's easy.
Yeah,
it's fun.
You hook
drink
up.
Beer.
You don't have to set up even equipment. You just plug in and go.
When we got done, though,
yes,
they on all the tables, if you sponsored a table, there was like poker chips,
$10 chips,
$10 chips at a local bar you go to, and it's
like coffee and cocktails.
Yeah,
you bring that, you get $10. So we were like, well, we got these chips, so might as well go have one drink
after party. Yeah,
and. Like that was the new thing this year. They said is like, go use your chips here at Coffee and Cocktails. If you go buy drinks at the wine place,
the Bankhead Wine Bar.
If you go buy drinks there, they're doing it all week, so you can
all month.
Yeah, so you can still go there. They said they're donating a certain amount of money per drink I think it's $1 a drink or something,
Yeah.
will go to the foundation.
The
and
Children's Line
and
Center,
Rick
yep.
House was doing it.
Same thing, yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the wine place was the only place that was doing it all month.
Yep.
I think the other places were just that night.
Yep.
So if you go to the wine place, and you can help the cause.
Donate, yeah. Well,
Right.
we went there. We I was like, you know what? Because it took a little while
Yeah.
to get our drinks. We just got beer.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
were
not like
just-
they had to make
yeah.
drinks, but we just
Yeah.
got beer. So I ordered 2 Miller Lite, and 2 drinks for Tasha. You ordered the same thing,
Yes.
and
yes.
we go outside and sit down. Beautiful night. I mean,
It felt very comfortable outside.
we had those.
I mean, we were in short sleeves and jeans and boots, and it felt pretty
By
comfortable.
the time we got done with our drinks,
Yes.
or before we were done with our drinks, the wives were already like,
Yeah. Well, it was past their bedtime.
That's my bedtime.
Yeah. It was.
It's just because I had to work today too. So
Anything past 10 o'clock, right? Anything past. Chas about 9 o'clock.
Yep.
She's like, "It's my bedtime." Now,
Yeah.
what she means by bedtime is it's time to lay in bed. She probably won't go to sleep,
for a little bit, yeah.
but she'll probably be asleep by 10.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I'm a guy I'm a 11:30 to midnight dude.
But also, once you get me charged up,
Yeah,
after
and
a good night of good times,
and I was in that mode a little bit. Like we were done, and I was like, I'm kind of hyper,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm not. There's no way I'm going back home and laying down. I'm kind of charged.
Yeah.
So Chas went to lay down, and I cleaned the downstairs and did dishes because I was like,
That's not what I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna go and have a few more beer and.
oh, I did while I was doing that. No, I was feeling like, I said, I'm not tired at all, but I feel like productive. And of course, the stupid kids had left out, like, here's fountain drinks on the table. Here's
Oh yeah.
clothes on the floor and their shoes kicked off. And it was just, so I kind of just straightened up downstairs. I made everything, and I did a couple of dishes, and drinking a couple of beers while I'm doing it, and sat down and did some,
Yoga,
some,
Sudoku.
stop being dumb.
What did you
My
do?
mind's blank. What? Oh, the little Clash Royale.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
dude, I don't like the new update.
me neither. Like,
It doesn't give me a reason to log back
Yeah.
in.
because I was like, before I'd be like, okay, I need to make sure I got a chest on the clock.
Right.
Right. Now it's automatically just open everything you win. So it's like, the only thing I'm really going back in is to do the
battles.
clan wars.
Yeah,
Because that's really all I do. All I do now, I don't do a lot of like,
regular. Yeah,
I'll do clan wars when we got them going, and then I'll do this special like whatever
the event is. Yeah,
that they got for gaining the.
yep.
And so this was like the evolution.
Mayhem or whatever. Yep.
So like all your people you got lined up there. I got a pretty good one going where I'm winning about 90% of my matches I'm going.
Damn.
And so I started playing that, and I was like rolling. I've had like 10 matches straight. I won all my clan battles, and then I won like 10 matches straight in that evolution. So I got sucked in on that a little bit.
So my problem is now that it doesn't tell me, hey, you have a chest open, or you don't have a chest queued or whatever. Typically, when I lay in bed, I'll see that notification. I'm like, oh, I need to do the clan wars.
It'll remind you to get in it.
Well, I haven't had. So like last night, yesterday I didn't even open the game yesterday.
And then you're like, oh,
So
clan
today,
battle.
Today I opened it up. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't do it yesterday.
Well, that's what I did last night. I got into it, and I was like, clan battle. Mm-hmm. It's almost over, and I haven't done anything, so I need to get all my clan battles in.
Yep.
And like I have a full stock of keys that unlocks chests
Can't do it.
instantly, right?
Yeah.
And I never used them anyway because I just like the time. I use the same thing.
Yeah.
Unlocked it. Now the keys are just gone and everything because now it's just I don't like it.
Yep. Not a big fan of it. I need the reminder to continue to play on a regular basis.
Yeah.
On a daily basis, I need the reminder to hop in there, and you don't have that anymore. So we haven't talked about this. Fortnite. I still play Fortnite. I know. Mortal Kombat has now come in, so they have Sub-Zero,
Scorpion.
Raiden, Scorpion,
Ooh.
Katana. All four of
And
those.
do they look like old school or
So they have all the different outfits. So they have like the original Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero outfit. And
With him and Scorpion look exactly the same, but different colors, pretty much.
So they have in the same Raiden. So you can custom or edit the different styles that he has. Yeah, they have one where his mask's off, and one where so it's pretty damn neat. Yeah. I've enjoyed the shit out of it. And they brought in like the pit. So remember, there's like the big bridge over the spikes. Yeah. So that's in the game.
Sweet.
The living forest.
I gotta start playing. I don't play video games at all anymore.
You played once or twice with us, and then
I just don't play video games. Period. I used to play video games all the time, and I guess it kind of around the kids when we started having kids, and you'd be always preoccupied. I kind of stopped playing, and
I quit playing for a few years.
I just recently got. I just haven't got. When I do play, it's like playing some dumb game with the girls. Like, hey, we want to play Mario Party. You want to play with us? Something like that, or like.
Speaking of gaming, I'm with you, and I don't
that's
mind.
All but that's all I do.
Speaking of gaming, so a while back I talked about my buddy Dylan. You talked about Dylan. So he streams his games, but what he does is he plays them, records it, and puts it on YouTube. Yeah. He and Scott Baker and another guy they know, they started playing this game called Repo.
Okay. Oh, all those videos are so good.
Dude, so
man, I will laugh. I always I don't know what this game is, but it's so funny.
So Tristan was telling me about the game.
I stumbled across it on TikTok with these people playing it, and I'm like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
It's weird, dumb, funny.
The little people,
robot-looking things.
And when you talk,
their head moves.
They talk.
And the louder you talk, the more the mouth opens up.
And you're in some.
So think of South Park, the cartoon.
Yeah, kind of.
The Canadians.
Yes.
The way they talk.
Their heads flap. Yeah.
Yeah, their head flaps.
But it's weird because I guess you just go around this building collecting things that are worth
collecting things that are worth money.
And put them in a cart. And there's creatures all through here out to get you. Like there's an old man with a gun that shoots
with a shotgun.
you.
And there's like little gnomes that come after you.
There's a floating guy with a big head. And you have to avoid them and collect as much loot.
You can go hide. So they don't see you.
Yeah, I've watched those. It is so funny.
So
they started doing that.
Yeah, so they're playing it, and there's 2 or 3 that he has up on YouTube. Notorious Worm is his name on YouTube. And I've watched, and dude, I was
so funny,
crying laughing.
I mean, it's funny just watching
because like Dylan, like when he was first streaming, he wasn't talking. It was just here's my video playing. It's the gameplay only. Well, now because there's 3 of them. Now you have to communicate.
Yeah,
but here's the cool thing. So like, it's all proximity. So if we're close to each other, we can hear. And the further you get away from your people, the less you can hear them.
When you watch the video, it's like they leave the room. You can hear them talking, or you can hear them screaming from a different room.
And when and then all of a sudden now you can't hear anybody. Yeah. And then if somebody dies, it's only like you can talk to me as long as we're in the game together. If you die, I can no longer communicate with you.
Yeah, because you did.
Like you can talk all you want, but I'm not hearing you.
No, I came across those.
But him and Scott and the other guy's good too. I don't know who that is, but just the way they communicate and like Scott has been on PC or whatever. Yeah. Scott's been a gamer. This guy's been a gamer forever. I don't know about the other one. So Scott's like, I'm the boss. I'm the one in charge, and so they're just doing shit and
it's funny.
Dude, and then somebody will die. And then they don't know because they're so far away, and they're like, "Oh my God, whatever's dead." And dude,
no, it's funny.
I was crying laughing.
I came across those like probably a month ago, and I was like, "What is this game?" I don't know, but it's hilarious watching people because you hear like a guy scream in a different room, and then you see the person come running screaming, and this creature's like right behind them, and there's one you're collecting artifacts, and certain ones are worth a certain amount of money. Yeah. You're trying to just collect as much.
And some things you can't pick up because you're not strong enough. So like all 2 or 3
So there's
of
one
you
thing
together,
that you find that's like a sand glass thing.
Hourglass.
Yeah, and when you pick it up, have you seen it when it happens? Mm-mm. So when you grab that thing and hold it, it slows down your voice. And so the people will be talking normal, and they'll pick it up and be like, "Oh my God, I fucking have it!" Like when people have it, like I have the power, and that's so it slows down like the person that's holding
awesome.
it. And so that one's pretty funny. Like, I've seen that, and
it's pretty good.
That would be fun to play. Like,
I think it would be too. There's another game that I want to play called gosh damn it, I'm not gonna Picomon or something like that. And so what it is like there's like you and 20 of your friends or 19 of your other friends. You can get a bunch of people playing, and so like all of you together are tethered to a rope.
Oh.
And like you have to get through the level and find
I've played that game with Taylor.
And so like because you're all tethered, so if one or two of you fall off the cliff, it starts to just the more that fall,
but
it starts dragging you down.
And you have to it's the same game I'm talking.
You have to like step on people's heads to be able to jump up and reach.
You have to, so me and Taylor,
you'll get tangled up.
Me and Taylor played that.
Yeah,
you're made like a yarn, and you have like, and you have to. Yeah, me and Taylor played that like a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And it's difficult trying to figure out like different things. Yeah. But that one's good.
And you like what you do is you find the keys, and that's how you get through the levels by unlocking the doors and everybody has to be there in order for you to win. Yeah. If one person doesn't make it, me
and Taylor played that one a few years back because that's, like I said, pretty much the only time I play games now is like the girls will be like, play this with us, or Taylor would be like, hey, play this like that game. It's a 2-player. Let's go.
Yeah.
So they hear about the new Switch 2 coming out.
Yeah. I was just looking at something.
We were just talking about that yesterday.
They have a thing in New York today.
Yeah, it comes out
May, I thought.
I think it was June.
Okay, June.
But new Mario Kart game.
Excuse me. Gosh,
so there's going to be a new Mario Kart that everybody's Mario Kart's always
Kart
been.
World.
Yeah,
new Donkey Kong,
new Odyssey, new Donkey Kong. I saw that video for that one. That one looked good.
Yeah.
New Zelda.
Did you hear what they're doing with it though?
They talked about the enhancements, like.
Well, as far as like, you have people that you have people that go out and buy up all the gaming systems and then sell it for more. So in order to keep that from happening, not to everybody, it can still happen, but to help prevent it happening so much, if you currently have a Nintendo Switch and you have a Nintendo account and you have been active for the last 12 months, when that comes out, you'll get an email and you have X amount of time to say, yes, I want one, or you can ignore it or say, no, I don't want one. But, they'll give you 3 days or how
they're honoring loyal customers.
Yeah, so if you're a Switch player with an account, you get first dibs at one of the new systems.
That's a good idea.
If you say yes, you'll get one.
Well, that's what Taylor has, a Switch.
Does she have a Nintendo account?
Yes.
Has she been active for the last year? Okay.
She bounces from 1 minute I see her play the Switch, the next minute she's on the PS5.
Yep. And I think you had to have been active for the full year.
And we were just playing using the Switch a couple of nights ago.
Yep.
Audrey was like, "You ever seen the Jackbox thing?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were playing.
We were going to play.
She's like, "You want to play Jackbox?" Me and her friend Layla was there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll play with y'all." And you log in on your phone, and it's on the display, and it's like a bunch of different trivia
questions, right?
But you're competing against each other. So we just played that a couple of nights ago. So that means I should get because it's tied into my email. So
you should get the email.
But I heard it's like $499.
Well, that's cheaper than damn anything else.
So they said this. So they said with the Switch you can take it with you.
Yeah.
So the screens, they said the thickness is the same, but the screen's bigger.
Okay.
And it can do 4K.
Oh wow!
Plugged in the TV. The controls that you pull, they're magnetic.
Oh, instead of having to slide them on.
They're magnetic,
wow.
So that's better because those things always are fading out.
Yeah.
And they're like $75 for like a set of them
to replace them. Yeah.
What else they say? Most of the Switch regular games will work with the Switch 2.
Oh, so it's reverse compatible.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the older games will work with it. So it's not all digital. You can still load your cards in it.
Right.
And I think that was the main ones. Was of course the graphics and everything are better and it's faster, but it'll work with 4K. The screen's bigger. There was something else I'm leaving off, but I can't remember. But I like the magnetic.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like the girls are always having them things didn't last.
Right.
Like
those handles bigger?
Yeah.
Because the regular Switch is small.
That's so the joysticks are bigger, and when you flip it to use them like this, those buttons are bigger.
Okay.
So they made them more user friendly when you use them like one remote.
Yep. As a small controller.
Yeah.
That's neat, man.
Yeah, I mean, me and Chess are we're old school at heart when it comes to video games.
Right.
Like I still have like a Halo and all that stuff. You know, it's first time I ever saw Halo was at your apartment. You know, but Super Mario Brother and all that stuff will always be sacred to us, right? And Zelda and all that stuff was with the original Nintendo.
So when
go
ahead.
With the new Switch coming out, Chas was the first one that told me about it, and she don't even play games. But she's like, new Switch coming out, they're gonna have a new Mario. Because she was like obsessed with Mario 64 for some reason.
Mario Odyssey was kind of the same.
That was the only one I never got into.
The 64 is okay.
I never got into Mario 64. I played the shit up. All the other ones beat all the other ones. For some reason, 64 I never got into, but for some reason, Chas went through a run when she was like 12-ish, where she said she, for like a year, like 64 all the time. There were so many secret things in it. But I always loved Zelda games.
Yep.
Donkey Kong. I remember when that came out on the Super Nintendo. It was
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so this new one looks like that, but it's like crazy better graphics. The Odyssey. I mean, of course, Mario Kart is fun.
Yep.
I mean, Taylor beats the shit out of us. Like, it's not even close. Like, she knows how to drift every corner. And when you drift every corner, you hit a boost. If you perfectly drift, you're hitting boost.
Yeah.
And she's just boost. She's playing with you. And after me and her would play and she'd beat me for a while, I could tell she'd throw games.
So you don't get
to keep me playing.
So you don't get mad.
She'd throw them to keep me playing.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah. Be like, oh, she'd throw games to think that she'd keep me playing. She just dominates us in that shit.
Oh, shit. That's good times, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably get it because, I don't know. That, like I said, if the mama,
Yeah.
she likes it.
So my favorite thing about the Switch was when you had the Nintendo account, you could play all the old,
and we still do.
all the old
But
games.
Chas, what she gets, like I said, she's a diehard gamer. So like Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
Remember that came out? That was like that was a game changer.
Yep.
But you could play it on the Switch, but
The controller.
Chas is like, I need that.
You can buy it.
I know. That's what I told her. I said, just
But
order.
the problem is it's tethered.
Yeah.
So it has the cord.
Yeah,
So
but
you have to have it
I
closed.
said, just order. I said, you can buy the Super Nintendo remote with the,
Yeah.
with the 4 buttons here.
Yeah.
You can buy that and play Super Mario World with it. I said, just buy the remote.
Yep. And they're not expensive.
No, and because that's what she wants to play. First, when you got introduced to Yoshi and the cape and
Yep.
the raccoon tail.
Yep.
And actually, raccoon tail was
3.
3.
Yep.
But I remember when Super Mario World came out on Super Nintendo, that was game. And then Donkey Kong Country come out. That bitch was hard, though. When you're doing jumping the mine things,
Right.
ding, ding,
Yep.
ding, ding. And I saw that
You're
was
in that mine cart and you're having to jump rails.
that was the hardest thing, because you had to really you had to jump early, but not early enough that you.
Right.
That was tough.
And
It
if you
was
jump too late,
it was
you
all
fall-
about
There's no
rhythm.
jump, you fall off.
I remember we went to playing that again last year. I was like, Donkey Kong Country. And that's where that song comes from, the water levels
Yep,
that
yep.
you always hear on I remember we're playing the mine thing, and at first I'm rolling, cling, 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 like it's almost like mind memory. I'm like, it's still in there. But there was one spot where I just could not get past. And that's when I could tell, age level, I was like, oh, I remember this being, but I couldn't get. There's an end part where you have to double jump, and if you do, it's almost impossible to make it past if you don't have 2 people.
Right.
One, you'll lose one, but one jump in, and
Yep.
I remember finally after the 5th attempt, I was like, fucking done. Stupid game.
Oh shit. Well, good. Well, next week, like we said earlier,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll be remote somewhere.
we're both somewhere, whether it's
South
Poteet
Texas.
or what's the other one,
Pleasanton.
or Pleasanton.
We'll probably be in the hotel. I imagine that'd
Yeah.
be the easiest.
We may have to do it.
We might can do it in
morning.
segments. I don't know. You said we could do it on.
I feel like we need to do it Saturday morning.
You said we could do it on our phones.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, okay.
We can do it Saturday
Well, that
morning.
means we'll have to do it in the hotel then.
Yeah, Saturday morning. So we'll have to take.
Just walk down to the
We'll
lobby.
take all 4. Maybe we can get the wives,
Maybe this will be the time that Chas
both the
finally.
wives on there. Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
We'll take it down to if we get a hotel with the bar, we'll be like, we're gonna set up
At the bar
in the
in the
you know
lobby.
they always have a little
Yeah.
Just set up down there.
Would y'all mind if we set up a
Yeah.
podcast over here?
Yeah, we'll probably end up doing it there. Because we can't do it Thursday because you said you had
I
something.
mean, we could do it there. Tristan said he's very. So, has Tristan told you what he wants to do? Which I think is awesome. I didn't ask him. He goes, I want to run your social media.
Cool.
I said, good, because I'm terrible at it.
That's why I was messing with him earlier. I said, let him edit or something because these damn kids are way better to do this shit than.
Dude,
Yeah, so that's cool.
I've
Yeah.
got a routine. Editing is easy.
Yeah,
so.
no, but I mean, if
but
he
yeah,
wants
no.
to-
He's like, I want to run your social media, and he's like, we need to start doing things.
Yeah.
And
Well,
let me record it. And
Well, like I said, we're complacent with. We're just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Tristan's looking like,
he's forward.
how
thinking.
can I?
Yeah.
How can I make this thing evolve
Yeah,
into
how
something?
can I make it
How
grow?
can we become famous?
Right, that's what he
pretty much
wants.
is what it's really.
Yeah.
Like when you ask any of these damn kids, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? A famous YouTuber.
Yeah,
you know?
YouTuber.
So he's looking at that.
Influencer of some sort. Yeah.
He's looking at that. So more power to him.
Yeah. So I said absolutely. He goes, but we've got to start doing things. And I go, fuck. I don't want to do things. Like, I'm doing this. What more do I need to do?
Whatever.
He said he'll start, like, he goes, once you're done editing, he goes, send me the full video. He goes, and I'll start chopping it up and
He'll add
reels
some-
or whatever
Add
out
some
of it.
shit to it or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean that's smart. Add some reels.
But he
to
said
it.
once Thursday scrambles start up, he said we'll start doing stuff there.
That's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, once Dave's back, we'll get the shot callers out and we'll do some stuff with that.
And he'll be able to fit
Yeah,
it in good.
yeah. So
I'm down. That's fun. I mean, we're not doing anything.
so important.
Yeah, I mean, we're so famous.
All right, man.
All right.
You got anything else?
No.
Nah, me either. We'll see y'all next week.
Later.
Bye.